What's good? What's good, man? I'm gonna let this fill up for a minute. Mods, let me know. I'm sure I'm live. I think I'm live. Been live for a minute. What's good? What's good? What's good? Man, I just wanted to come on here tonight, go over a few things, but I want to clear some things up as well. What we got here? Creek Squad, Creek Squad, Creek Squad. Yeah, hit that like button for me. You don't got to, but if you want to, I appreciate it. You're live. Good looking, good looking. But yeah, man, I want to clear a couple things up before I watch anything tonight. Before I go into this case, I want to talk about something real quick, real brief, because it fired me up earlier, and I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna not think about it as much, but I'm gonna get it off my chest. So I am my own person. I make my own choices. I have my own opinions, and I'm gonna voice my opinions. Hold on, hold on, hold on. My back. And my back. Somebody said they can't see my face. Maybe that's a troll. Nothing? Hold on. I'm having some technical difficulties, I guess. 1 minute. Hold on. I'm having some technical difficulties. What's going on? I don't know what's going on, man. Let me look at my settings. Yeah, but the camera's on. Hold on. I'm muting for. Black screen. Black screen. Man, y'all don't need to see me for y'all to hear what I got to say. Maybe it'll come back. Maybe it won't. Let me turn my phone off now, man. Damn, this pisses me off. Man, I'm gonna jump out of here and I'm gonna try to go live again, man. This is gonna piss me off because I got stuff I want to talk about. I got stuff I want to show. Father Son Reacts. If y'all are in here and you want to jump up here, you're more than welcome. Power Stroke, you're more than welcome. Dylan, I'll get you a link here in a little bit too. I gotta go. I'm gonna jump out. I'll be right back. I might. There I am. I'm back. Looks like I'm back. Let me know if I'm back. All right, I'm back. All right, so check this out. Let me start over. I'm my own person. I speak for myself, about myself, what my own thoughts are, my own opinions, my own beliefs. I'm me. I'm Captain Kurt. That's it. I don't speak on anything else. What I see is what I speak on. If I'm looking, so a lot of people are saying, oh, this dude ain't true crime. He ain't been in true crime. Yes, you're right. I haven't, but I am a human being who is interested in stuff like this. Anybody that's interested in something can put forth an effort to figure something out. It's a hobby, right? That's what it is. Essentially, it's a hobby. So if you can, most people that do this, from what I've seen and I've researched and looked about, eventually they break a case wide open. And that's how you see these big true crime people. How do you think they break these cases open? Do you think they do it by staying closed-minded and only looking at certain avenues and what other people tell them to look at? No, they look way outside the box. They look at nieces, uncles, nephews, friends of nieces. They look everywhere. People are people, man. And for somebody to say, look, and I'm going to speak on this. Everybody's hating on me for this anime situation. Everybody's saying you're riding somebody else's opinion and somebody else's theory. No, I'm not. I seen her as a suspect long ago, in my opinion, and I did everything in my power to try to prove that she was not a suspect, and I can't. I'll tell you this right now. I would love for Xana to come up here. I would love to be able to talk to her. I would love to be able to ask her the questions that other channels that have interviewed her should have asked her. I'm going to point out a few things. One, Xana has her own channel with over 1,000 subs. She could go live at any moment, and she is her own channel. She doesn't need a moderator. She doesn't need anybody to control who comes, who goes, who says what to her, who doesn't. She has that control. She could go live at any moment, go up here, tag Kylie Rodney, Xana May live, and be all over instantaneously. She could put to sleep every rumor that she says is not true. She could do that. Why is she not doing that? That bothers me. That bothers me because you have a lot of these crime channels pushing the agenda that Xana May didn't do anything wrong and that she's completely creditable. Well, let her prove that. Support her in proving that. Rally around Xana May and get other people to allow her to go out and prove that. Doing that on a channel, what was it, Popcorn? I think that's the dude's channel. Those people pushed her through the story. They navigated her answers for her. She didn't have to answer for Xana May. She is doing what everybody said I was doing. Xana May is letting other people speak for her, and it's proven. I was just on a panel where this lady supposedly has messages from her and Xana May going back and forth. Xana May was in the chat. Xana May could at any moment came up on that panel. That whole panel was for her, in her favor. Kick me out, kick Dylan out, bring her up, and ask her how she felt. Somebody else pointed something out to me. This woman was only went after or yelled at, I should say. I won't even say went after. One person yelled at her. One person. That's it. So every time else she's been on any other panel, nobody's yelled at her. They've talked to her. It wasn't an argument. So why now, when she's, in my opinion, everything that we've ever put out about her is the stuff that she's provided to us. It's videos, it's interviews with Tony, it's her own video of her kayaking. These are things that she allowed the public to see. Nobody went and dug this up. She took this out and put this out for all of us to see. So when we question it, she goes into hiding. That's not a good look. That's not a good look. So if you really wanted somebody to be like, look, I believe that you're not guilty, I believe that you have nothing to do with this, reach out to a channel that doesn't believe you. Reach out to somebody that can put forth an effort to talk to you and to present it in front of some people and be like, look, this chick's maybe really telling the truth. You know what I mean? Don't hide behind a bunch of other people and have a bunch of other people talking, saying your story. You got all these other people out here trying to give you credibility, trying to write what you're doing and make it legitimate. Well, you should be doing that. You should be making your story believable. You shouldn't be making it believable. You should be telling this truth of what happened and not saying things like, oh, I parked by the trail and walked down the trail and that's why I went to that park. No, be honest, man. Be honest. Tell the people the truth and you will never have to worry about nothing. Be honest, man. If you were chasing clout, the first thing you should have said was, look, this is another thing. Hold on. Let me backtrack for a second. This lady sent this to Ickmail, right? She got up. She said, I'm booking this out 3 months from now. Let me just put this all out. This is all what she said. This is not any conspiracy theory or nothing. This is based off of what she told everybody. You ready for it? Let's go. She said she planned this out for 3 months. Okay, people make vacations. What did she plan out? The days off? No, because she stayed in a freaking car at a campground, not even at the campground. She stayed in a neighborhood on the side of the road in her car. And based off of the video we watched last night, she took her kayak off the top of her car and she laid it on the ground while she was in the car talking to Tony on a live stream. So with that being said, now I go, okay, this lady planned to go to the water and sleep in her car and that's it. So what did you plan 3 weeks ago? Okay, so then I'm like, all right, let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Let's say she planned to go to her friend's house in Sacramento who had cancer. She wanted to spend time with her. Let's just say that that's what she did, right? Why not come out right off rip and go, look, I'm interested in true crime. I like Ickmail. I like all these people. And I'm going to my friends in Sacramento. So I wanted to stop by Truckee because I got to go through there anyway and record some footage of the search party and maybe help in locating Kylie. That's it. So she says she has a language barrier and she can't do that. You're lying, because you type in the chat, you talk to other people, you get drunk and talk on a panel, and you don't have a language barrier. So that's why I'm like, wait a minute. Everything she's doing and everything she's saying that she wants to stop, she's not doing either one of them. You can't tell me that you want people to stop talking about you, but then go in other panels and chat and tell people that you're innocent without proving anything. And people are like, oh, why should she have to prove she's innocent? Let me see if there's any. Yeah, she's sus as fuck. Facts. Let's see. Kurt is not. Yeah, I'm speaking solely for myself, not anyone else, not about anybody else. I'm speaking for me. I believe, based off of the facts that Xana May has put out, that she is very suspect, that she is a person of interest, in my opinion. I watch what she's doing based off of what she's provided to me. She's shown me that she's shady. She's shown me that she's lying. She's shown me that she has no ability to just tell the truth, regardless of what the truth is. You know, when you're involved possibly with a missing girl and now a deceased girl, you would think, rest in peace, Kylie. Shout out to Kylie, rest in peace, man. I hope it wasn't what everybody thinks it is, and brutal as it was, and that's sad, man. I'm a father, man. I got kids. I got a 19-year-old. I got a 14-year-old. I got a 5-year-old. If this ever happened, the Xanames that are in this, if there's a Xaname character, if somebody showed up kayaking around my daughter's missing location and was making videos coming in through the side, like there was not one video of this lady pulling in. Okay, she went on vacation. I'm glad I brought myself back to this, because check this out. She went on vacation to go somewhere that she's never kayaked in before. She's never been there before. She's never went into the water. This is what she said. She said, I've kayaked all these other lakes in that area, but that one. So that's why I chose that one 3 months ago. So she goes to the freaking campground, right? No, she doesn't. That's my problem. This lady didn't even drive through the front entrance. And I got a wife. I know women. Women take pictures of everything. They want to document where they went, the frogs on the ground, the mushrooms on the tree, the leaves falling over, the grass is growing too. Like, they take pictures everywhere they go as they're going, stopping, taking pictures, right? She's not posted a picture. She's not posted a video. She's not posted nothing about the park, about the vacation that she took to clear her mind. So this is another thing. She went to clear her mind because she had depression or her mental health. And then she liked it because of the sound. She liked the sound the kayak make, is what she said. I like the sound of the kayak, not the sound of the waves, the sound of the kayak. Well, in her video, she recorded herself walking around on the ground more than the sound of the kayak. You would think if you went there to soothe your mind and your mental health because of the sound of the kayak, you would at least make a video of the sound of the kayak. No, you edited all the video out. You went from the shore to the middle of the water, but not far from where Kylie's car was. So how did you get there? And where were you at before that? Like, why would you cut all that out? All of that. Why would you go to this park across the street from the campground, not across the street, hold on, across the reservoir, through a neighbor? You drove through a neighborhood. You said in your interview that you drove for 30 minutes up highway, 89? I think that's what it was. So you mean to tell me, hold on, I got to get a drink for this one. You mean to tell me you drove 30 minutes past Prosser Creek, the reservoir, right? Turned around, drove 30 minutes back to the reservoir. So now you've been driving for an extra hour. Went past the entrance another 10 minutes until you got, about 3 minutes. So now we're at an hour and 3 minutes. You went, no, I'm right. Hold on. And now another 10 minutes because you didn't go in to the second entrance. You went past the first entrance. You went past the second entrance. You went down to a neighborhood road, a road that cuts through like 4 or 5 neighborhoods. You drove the back roads all the way down to where you eventually parked your car on the side of the road in a neighborhood, launched your kayak, and that's where you started your recording. Do you not see where people can be kind of confused on what are you doing? Why? You And then you reached out to a pretty popular true crime creator and you sent him the footage. But then said you weren't looking for clout. You weren't looking for any fame, any fortune, but you got a YouTube channel and you said you were really interested in true crime. But yet when you were there looking for this girl that you said first you were there to relax your mental health. Now you're there looking for the girl. And then now you hear how confusing that is? Like, it's even hard for me to say that shit. Like, when I'm speaking it out of my mouth, I have a hard time saying it because it don't make no sense. Captain Curtis, Dylan coming on. Dylan will probably be coming on. I'm gonna go live and go live. I'm gonna share my screen for a little bit. I'm probably gonna bring Dylan up. Power Stroke or Father Son Reacts are in here. They could come up. I was going to bring a couple people on to talk about it, and I still might. I can't go live for long. I got to work tomorrow morning. But I do want to scroll through, look through the comments real quick. No, she didn't have. Let me correct that. I'm going to correct that. She did not have. Listen, everybody listen. There's 1,050 people in here. Listen what I'm about to tell you. She did not have a divasis, to my knowledge, based off of the video that was in the thing that was in the back of her car. When I can't say that she didn't have $1,000 dive thingy because I don't know. She might have one at home, but based off the video, she did not have one in the backseat. That was not a dive thingy. We looked at it. I thought it was at first. I will tell you, myself, I said, oh man, she's got a dive assist. She's diving down to the car. I said, Dolly, actually, I'm going to say this so everybody knows. I said, Dolly Vision was right. She is a 007 villain. That's what I said. I did say that. But then as we did the Google reverse search, somebody hit us up, sent us a picture. We realized it was just a kayak dolly. That's it. So the people that said that they watched my live and they seen me defame, or what do they call it? Doxing her. And they said I sent my followers after this woman, that I sent my followers to mess with anime. No, I didn't. I never told anybody to go mess with anime. I told everybody, if you want a hobby and you like what you're watching right now, go do true crime. Anyone could do it. If you got some time and a computer and you start combing through some of these interviews and investigations, that's it. That's all I said. So because other people went and looked into her sketchy ass stories, that's me saying, go look at her. No, I didn't say that. I've been screaming from the top of the roof. Hey, Xana, I'll say it again. Xana, if I could say it in Ukraine, I would. Xana. I don't want you to be involved. I wish that you just came on half of the podcast you were on, half of the channels that you went up to and said, look, I was chasing clout. I wanted to get a video to Ickmail. I was recording a bunch of video. I edited it. Like, give me something. Give me something. Give me something to believe. Give me something that makes sense. Give me something. Say, look, I didn't want to admit it, but I'll say it now. I did want a channel. I did want to be true crime. I just wanted some fame first. I was planting my seeds, man. Get on Ickmail's channel, get on Tony's channel. I get it. You're marketing, but just admit that. Say, look, I'm marketing. I was making videos. Look, you knew. Oh man, I could go on and on about this chick, man. This is a problem. Look, you mean to tell me that Tony Dodge got an interview with you, Sammy, and the dude that is SF's son, I forget his name, that flies the drones. So you and Tony Dodge helped me discover who the second person in AWP's video was that was blurred out. That was SF Investigates, and the second one was his son that was flying the drones. Right? You said you wished that there was people flying drones and they could get together with Xana and y'all could collaborate with the drone flying and the kayaks and the GoPro, right? You remember that? You said that. Nobody else said that. Xana said that. Not me, not anybody else in the true crime community. You said that. That came out of your mouth. You have to learn to accept responsibility for what you say. If you said that that's what you did, then you turned around and said there was a no-fly zone. Now, elaborate. Does that mean nobody else that's not a part of the search party can fly? Or does that mean nobody can fly? Because then you proceeded to tell them that they need to register down there before they fly a drone. So I assume, based off of what you said, that means nobody else can fly the drone in that area other than the people that are registered. So that goes back to this. Why did you not record any footage of you walking through the front of the campground, going to the sign-up tent, proving that you were actually looking for this girl, which would then actually help your notoriety on the True Crime Channel? So that's where I lose everything, because you weren't doing it for clout. You weren't doing it for anything, right? You were doing it to look for the girl. Well, your video didn't show you looking for anybody. You kayaked across the water. You were kayaking and showing the land like this because you had it on your chest. You had the phone in your hand while you were walking, and you were showing the land with your chest, right? When you're kayaking, at one point, you had the camera on top of your head, correct? Because your hair was flying in front of it. You have short hair. I don't think your hair is all the way down to your chest. So then you took the camera off of your head and you put it onto your chest. Like, you did all these things to change your camera angles. You did all these things to take footage. You drove 3 hours to sleep there for 2 days to record footage. But the footage that you put out was not footage of why you went there. What is it? What's up, EJ? I love what you're doing, man. Keep up the love, skin. Keep it up. Hey, I appreciate you, dog. I appreciate you. What did that person say, man? Nah, my bad. I want to, and I shouldn't be paying so much attention to this about the, no, I take that back. I definitely am not letting off Xana until there's a reason to let off Xana, because everything she's saying is sketchy. Everything she's doing, these lies and shit, but I shouldn't pay these other channels so much attention. Don't start the heels in the air. What's going on here? What, am I stirring y'all up, pissing some people off? Good. It ain't. Look, man, there's two options. You either believe that somebody's guilty or you don't. So if I throw a theory out there, look, if I said Sammy, Jagger, Xana, possibly Ronnie, and maybe an unknown third kid that I haven't figured out yet. Maybe those people are my interests. Those people are my suspects. So when I sit down for my time, not anybody else's time, for my time, and I start looking through this case, those are the people I look at. And I'm going to connect one of them to the other. Some way, somehow, I'm going to. And if I don't, good. Prove me wrong. That's what I've been saying. That is what I'm saying. Yeah, add Ickmill in there. Well, see, look, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think Ickmill, I think that dude just got jammed up. I think he had a large platform. I think somebody reached out to him, said, "Hey, man, you want to skew some facts, move stuff around, help us out?" Yeah, no problem. And he didn't realize what he got involved in. That's what I believe. I could be wrong. That's what I believe. I didn't believe that Xana could have been possibly involved until I started combing through all of her crap. There ain't no way she couldn't have been involved. Ickmill is just a creator. Yeah, hey, look, I can agree to that. But you got to remember, man, we're all essentially, every one of us that are watching the stream are creators. So you're right. I agree with you. He is just a creator. Hopefully that's all he is. But just because you're a creator doesn't mean you can't be a criminal as well. My dog said, "I think I got a super jet." See, I think no, but what I'm saying, man, is you can't just close your mind off to who you think and who you believe is guilty or involved or has something to do with or knows about or was there. I mean, look, everybody's got their own opinion. Somebody said it before, and I got the finish to it. Everybody has opinion. They're just like assholes. We all have them, and they stink. And everybody's opinion, man. Some people, if it's my asshole, it don't stink, right? That's my opinion. It don't stink. It's valid to me. To me, it is. Everybody else might feel differently about it. You know what I mean? You go sticking your ass in somebody else's face, they ain't gonna like it. That's all it is. Some people are like, "Hey, I like that. I'm rocking with that." Some people are like, "I ain't rocking with that." And that's what this is about, man. And true crime, it is exactly what it says. It's true crime. That's it, dog. You can't put a parameter on what fits inside true crime. Like you can't say this is the only spot true crime is going to be. Like nobody can get outside of this. This is the only options. That doesn't make any sense. There wouldn't be people doing this then. There wouldn't be cold cases for years that people end up combing through and finding something stupid like the lady that went and kayaked across the lake for no damn reason. That's how they find shit. So me being the person that I am, I'm going to look outside the box. The only person that's been pushing out any type of evidence, in my opinion, is Anime. Everybody else has been quiet. Other people running from other states. She says that she doesn't want anyone to talk about her, to be mean to her, blah, 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 blah. Well, yo, ain't nobody holding you to keeping the same damn. Xaname must be a very important name to you. You could change your name on your channel and nobody would ever hear from you again. You are choosing to insert yourself into this. And that's what I don't understand. That's it, man. I don't get it. I do want to find something real quick before I pull this up, but I want to show y'all something. And now this is why I'm going into this. I'm going into the interview the AWP does with the roadside assistant guy. And the reason why is because I think that based on a few pictures I've seen of a map where Kylie was located to where she was last seen, to where everybody searched, to where this guy says she was. I think there's something off. I'm not sure what I found yet, but I think there's something off. I'm going to figure it out. I don't like something's wrong. His interview's off. Something's different. I haven't pinpointed it yet, but I'm going to get this video. I want to get Dylan up here. I don't think I've seen anybody else in here. Hold on. Dylan's in chat. Can everybody be respectful and give this to Dylan, man? I know it's probably... Hey, Dylan can have this. Xaname can have this. There you go. Dylan can have it in Xaname. Everybody else, man, I apologize, but I ain't got much time on here, so I'm trying to stay focused on what I'm doing. Ikmel is a good guy. I agree. Maybe he really is. He might be a good guy. I'm not saying that he's a bad guy by any means. Hey, will Ahmad delete that link in the chat if possible? Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not saying that that's not what it is, man. I'm not saying that he's not a good guy. Sorry, I got sidetracked there. I'm not saying he's not a good guy. All I'm saying is something's off, and I don't know what his involvement is, but had Xaname not sent it to Ikmel, I wouldn't even think anything about Ikmel. And maybe Ikmel is not a concern of mine. I don't know.
Hey, hold on. Give me just a second, brother. I got to get something to drink.
No, you're good, man. Do what you got to do. Go get a drink. Ain't no biggie. Yeah, man, I'm going to let maybe a few people on here in a little bit, but I want to at least keep relevant to what I'm talking about before I get too sidetracked. Xaname was in Grass Valley at 10 a.m. What does that mean? Hold on, what does that mean? I'm not understanding what this means. Xaname was in Grass Valley at 10 a.m. kayak video. Can you elaborate? Type in the chat. You don't have to do a super chat. I'll look. Mods, if you see her post, I'm curious what that means. I'm curious. All right, man. But anyway, the AWP, the AA dude was let me see what this says. The AAA dude was confusing me because he sent them to the other lake. Well, what does that mean? Okay, Grass Valley is near Sacramento. I'm sorry, I'll get back to you, Dawn, on the chat on the thing. But what does that mean? Does that mean that Yeah, maybe she went to her friends in Sacramento and continued kayaking. But hey, Xaname, if you're in here, you know you had your kayak paddle upside down, right? Your kayak paddle was the wrong direction. You're supposed to flip it over so that the paddle actually was a paddle and not. I mean, just saying. You said you kayaked all the time and you had the paddle upside down. And why flip it? That's just weird. All right. Yeah, I agree. A dude was confusing me because he sent them to the other lake. I want to see all the footage from AWP on him before I decide. Maybe because that's what's left out is more because they researched appeals. I lost you at the end, but I agree. I think that I don't know. I don't know if the dude. I just find it weird that this dude seen this and remembered a week later all that he remembered. I don't think he's. Did you watch AWP interview? Yeah, that's fine. I don't care if he's clean or not. But Jamie, listen, check this out. He could be as clean as you want, but the information that the Packers won. Shout out to Packers. AWP can say whatever they want to say, but the fact of the matter is, I believe he's clean, but I also believe that he knows more than what he's saying. You don't have to be dirty to not know more. You don't remember when you were a little kid and your parents said withholding information is the same thing as a lie. It's the same thing, man.
Okay. Like, I don't know if you want to. Have you played the video?
No, I haven't played it at all yet.
Okay.
Talk about it, because me and him been talking about this all day. This video ain't something's off.
The road service guy. I'm gonna say this: the road service guy is clean, but what isn't clean, in what you will see in this video, which make sure you got closed captions on, he says that he has cameras on both the front and back of his work van. He was called out for a car not starting. When he gets out here and locates the car, he sees a girl and a guy. He describes them to a T. Well, he now says that after seeing the poster of her missing, that was her. Now, keep in mind, this is on the 6th, the next day at 11 a.m. in the morning on a Saturday. And she was with a guy that had a black SF hat on, a white tee, kind of long hair, and had a skinny build to him. What is that? Who does that sound like? And he's saying that was her. So if that was her and she was last seen at the party, and there's video on his work truck of this incident, where's that video, and why have the police not released that video?
Right.
Where's it at?
I don't know.
She wasn't last seen at the party. She was last seen apparently at 11 a.m. around Boca Reservoir with another guy. And he states in the video she couldn't call the roadside assistance because her phone was dead. Kylie's phone last pinged and was dead at 12:33 a.m. So she called from this guy's phone.
Right.
Where's all this information at, and why hasn't it been released?
I don't know. And like
Do
this
you
lady,
remember the Gabby Petito case?
Yeah.
How the cops were called out and they were on the side of the road and they had body cam footage and everything? They released that. So why wouldn't the cops release this footage of this guy's roadside assistance van with the cameras on it at 11 a.m.? So are you saying this guy that talked to AWP isn't telling the truth and that wasn't Kylie? It's already been checked out? Or what? Why is there no statement on this? Why hasn't that been released?
On nothing. Really, honestly, if you really think about it, like I heard that, and this is just a rumor from what I heard, but I heard they already cremated her and gave her to the mother. Like, so you mean to tell me no autopsy was released? Nobody knows the results of the autopsy. So now you cremated her so that if the results of the autopsy came back and they were questioned, you can never do another autopsy. So nothing was released to the public that they're investigating this as a crime or as an accident or as anything other than we'll let you know November 1st.
Yeah, the autopsy is going to take a couple more weeks, apparently.
That's what I'm saying.
But with the whole video footage, even if it's evidence, so was the stuff in the Gabby Petito case. And
Right.
that was released.
Right.
So why isn't this released? Showing the last known location of this girl.
Well, not only that, like,
and who she was with at the time of her being alive. That's the last time that she was alive. That's the fact.
I still don't understand why this dude came from Reno, Nevada. I mean, I know they're close, but do you really dispatch a roadside assistant guy from another state to Boca?
If it's the closest one, because he said he came down 72 and then turned there. I mean, he says it all in that interview right
Yeah,
there.
no, I know, but it's just weird to me that, like, I don't know. It just seems funny that the guy that showed up just happened to not be somebody local to that area. Because had it have been somebody that showed up, they would already known this girl was missing and that everybody was looking for her, and that would have been an open shut case right there. He would have showed up, said, "Oh man, this is the vehicle that they're looking for. Let me call the law enforcement, keep them tied up." Law enforcement shows up, takes those two into custody, questions them. Now we're at least somewhere.
I mean, let's bring this in perspective here. Let me bring this up.
Okay.
And then we can watch the
Yeah.
video on it. So let me share my screen here. Let me bring this over. Bring this over on my screen here.
Somebody said someone should approach the parents about making this into a Netflix special. Yo,
Right.
that's the crazy thing, is it ain't far off from being something like a Netflix special already, man. That's what I've been saying.
So in this video, where he pinpoints on AWP's GPS that they show during the interview and everything,
Right.
is this point right here, all the way in Boca.
Yeah.
And their car is facing the highway, is facing this way.
Okay, hold on. Back up for a second. If you keep going down that road,
you go down that road and it connects into the highway. But if you go down that road and you turn off, you can take 890 all the way up here and then take 89 down to.
Hey, check this out.
San
Check
Francisco
this out.
Park.
Go back to zoom in a little bit right there where your mouse was. Go down to that junction where those two roads that she would have cammed down. Go up a little bit.
Right here?
Nope. Keep going down that road. Yeah. Go down that road. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Make a left. Nope. Back up. Back up.
Right
Make
here.
a left right there. Yep. Now zoom in to that spot right there. Now, could she have made another left? Right there.
Made another
left right there. Nope. Right there. Nope. Left. Yeah. Now look
Going
where
this
that's
way.
going to take you. Look what that's going to take you to.
going back down here.
Yeah, but look where you're at now.
Mm-hmm.
Now remember when we were both talking about it. How did she know about that spot? Well, based off of what we're looking at right here, what if that car was taken through the back roads to get back to this area?
And that's the thing.
Because
Kylie was reported missing that night. If she was last seen at 11 a.m. alive at 11 a.m., then somehow they managed to get from this point all the way back over here, and somehow the car ended up in the water here.
Yeah,
that is a distance to go, especially for a person that was just reported missing.
Yeah, you're right. So it's like
in a possible abduction, not a abduction, a possible abduction is what's been said.
It almost seems like the abduction and all that bullshit, like it seems like it happened a lot sooner than it was released. Like, meaning maybe they were already driving her car around at 8:00 at night is what my point is.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and that's the other thing. I mean, they have on their search grids and their search maps that, last seen, and they have it circled in red.
Yeah. In the park.
Okay. So if you look at that map and you look where that circle is,
yeah,
there's that structure. That's where that circle is.
And that's not the campground.
And that's where she was supposedly last seen.
Bring the picture up. Do you have the picture that you could show so that everybody knows that we're not just pulling this picture, that we're not just pulling that location from nowhere? It's the map that was drawn of the search party. So
yeah, I got it on my phone. Hold on. Or I might have it in here.
say if you don't, you can text it to me and I think you did actually. Hold on.
Yeah, I did text it to you.
Let me see.
Oh,
where'd you go, dog? Hey, I appreciate this. What does it say? Have you already noticed the direction of the kayak as she puts it in the car? Yeah. No, that's what we're saying. The direction of the kayak and everything's off. You can see that the end of the video is the beginning of the video. That's what I'm saying. Why can't she talk about none of that? Some of this stuff don't add up and she can't speak on it and makes it look even more shadier. Oh, Dylan's gonna need the link again. There you go. Let me send this picture over. I gotta unlock my son's phone. Oh boy. Dylan, if you're still here, dog, you come back. Yeah, let's see. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Family link. There we go. Hello, everyone.
my bad.
Yeah, you're good, man. You clicked the wrong thing. I did that the other night. And
hit the wrong button.
Yeah, I did. What about the what? I can't.
Okay, anyways, here. I can just show it on my phone right here. I don't know if it'll actually show. So this map right here. This is the grid map that they had on Kylie's parents' camper. Okay. The red dot right there. When I was able to zoom in on it and look at the contours of the roads and how they're facing, it literally leads you to where I have circled on that map. There you go. That's where they have circled, and that's what's shown as last seen August 6th at 1 a.m. I don't know why it comes out blurry like that.
I think because it's trying to blur your background because of the StreamYard.
That might be.
I think that's what it is. I was trying to see how to slow my damn chat down for y'all, but I don't.
Yeah. Last seen August 6th at 1 a.m. But yet, supposedly during this interview, that's going to be shown. A roadside assistance member actually ran into her and some other person at 11 a.m. the next day on Saturday.
Hold on real quick. I want to see what y'all think, man. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. All right. I don't know how to slow the chat down. I'm going to try to see real quick before I start this just to look, but I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. Nope. I don't know what I'm doing there, guys. So
do what?
I don't know how to change the speed of the chat. I've seen
to slow it down?
Yeah, I've watched
slow mode or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. Pop out chat. Oh, that's pretty cool. Appreciate it, Kenny. Yeah, I see how to do that. Okay, so let me close this down and share the screen with y'all. I'll figure that out the next time. I gotta ask somebody though. All right, so hold on. Before you leave this topic, I want to say something about this because this is important. So you mean to tell me if you are going to a search party, you're going to go to this lake in order to look for somebody and you want to find them. Do you mean that you looked at the same maps that everybody else looked at where she was last seen? You looked at where the search party was. So zoom into the entrance of the park. There's the entrance to the park that you should have drove in, past the gate, past the stand, past all the people out there, looking right here. Because if this is where, so the orange circle is right there, right? Go back to the orange circle. This is where she was last seen based off of the map that was drawn that was shown to the public.
That has a red dot circled around it and says August 6th, last seen 1 a.m.
So you mean to tell me that
Why would they put that there? Why wouldn't they put that at the entrance of the park or down here at the campground? Why would they choose that specific area to say last seen August 6th, 1 a.m.?
Right. Dude, I'm flabbergasted to understand this. I can't wrap my head around how. Go show where she went. Go down to where did she? That's where they were last seen. And this is what Xana May did. She went right here. And yo, this is a thing, man. Like people can say, oh, well, she also went and looked. Well, show me some proof. She had the.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. She had the opportunity to show somebody the proof where she was, and she don't have nothing, not a post on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. Where did she post this at that she was searching?
Well, this mysteriously Brittany girl, I'm going to call it out because you're totally, you know what? I rise above that stuff, but I will call it out. And on your channel, Xana May was in your chat. She says she is in contact with you.
Yep.
You're the only person that can share any videos from her phone because Xana May is allowing it.
Right.
But yet, when you share the videos, you block out her name or whoever's name it is. It just says Truckee, California on it. And you block out any detail that would actually link Xana May to that freaking video of this party, this Hispanic party. And then on the other video as well, or picture of the actual map that she has, the Xana May drew up that shows her actual path and what she did, it still doesn't even. Why are you the one that she's coming to? Why can't Xana May just get on here, be 110% truthful? Like, look, here's the pictures I have of me going up and signing this. Here's the video of the Hispanic party that I have. Here's this. Why can't you do that? Why? Yeah. I mean, that's all it takes. And then guess what? It's over.
That's what I don't understand, dog. It's not. It ain't
you
like
can't be 110% honest. You
she
can't just come over here. You can't get on here and defend yourself.
No, she don't have to go in front of a stadium in California at the Giants field and get on a microphone and do a slideshow. But damn, just pick up your phone, call on a video chat, go live. You got a YouTube Xana May.
Yeah.
Go live on YouTube and go, hey guys, it's Xana May. I'm gonna go ahead and debunk Captain Kurt's theory, all these people's theory. You don't want it. Why don't you want to do that? You know what I mean? It's not like the whole squad of people. I mean, I know, look, I'm not even going to say the name. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Creek Squad is huge, right? That's huge. So the person that we follow, he's a big dude, but nobody's going after you in the sense of because that individual told us to. We're investigating you based off, or I'm investigating you based off of what I see and what I don't understand. Has nothing to do with who started watching you. Just because he's the first individual that pointed you out don't mean that it's wrong. Like you got to prove something here, man. You got to prove something. I'm going to go to this interview. If not, I'll be on this all day, but for real, man, like people got to think about it a little bit harder. Nobody's going to just do this unless there's a reason. And the reason is not to listen to her kayak.
Let me say this. You feel like you're going to be so personally attacked and you're scared because of that. And that's the reason why you don't want to come on and prove your innocence. But yet when mysteriously Brittany called myself out and called Captain Kirk out, did we run and hide?
Nope.
We got right on the live and spoke what happened and said the truth and called her out on it. Oh, yeah, I apologize, this and that. But I mean, and then you want to go on about this. Like, why can't Xana May do the same thing? Why does she have to go through small YouTubers and apparently show her videos that you see? You see her recording when she's doing her video, but she's only sharing them with small YouTube people. She's not putting it on herself, but yet she'll get on her channel and she'll make a whole sob story as to, no, I didn't do this. I do have videos. this, that, and the other, but yet won't show it, won't sit here and, just give out any factual evidence that you do have these and that this is what happened and all that.
Hey, check this out, because everybody was screaming in the chat. I seen it. I try to look, y'all. I really do. And I'm going to share this. It doesn't have any personal information. Let me check it one more time. Has no personal information on it. Nothing. Check this out. And I don't know. This is from chat. This is from somebody. So I'll show you what it is. Let's see. Share screen. We'll do entire screen. That way nobody says I didn't share it all. Now, check this out. So, Kylie's vehicle when recovered. There's her vehicle. Xana video at 9-minute mark. What appears to be a freshly dug grave. I don't see it, but let me see.
Doesn't look like it.
Okay.
I mean, I can't really tell much from that.
Oh, I kind of see a little bit where the ground's disturbed. You see in front of the dog's face where there's like, you can see that the ground's kind of sunk.
And you got to keep in mind, apparently there was other people there searching that whole area is going to be turned up with footsteps and everything.
Yeah,
at that point in time.
Yeah, you're right.
So the ground is going to be disturbed in some way or form or fashion.
Okay. Let's keep looking now. Let's see what it says. There's an anime video at 8:45 mark on the left of Kylie's vehicle. Oh my God.
What?
Yeah, look to the left. Hold on. Look to the left. See the gray top through the bushes? I know, but I get what you're saying, because it could be a lot of things. It could be the top of a shed, it could be the top of a porta potty, it could be the top of, it could be a
I see the thing. I don't want to say anything of the sort until
no.
Sure.
I agree. I just think it's weird that
what is it, 9-minute mark?
8:45. It's 8:45 is where you see that, and the 9-minute mark it says is where you see this. So at 9 minutes, you'll see this.
See it.
Which I'm going to be honest with you, looking at the ground, I don't see a freshly dug grave, because you see the yellow flowers all on the ground. None of those would be there. If they put pine needles and straw and raked it back in, you would see. I mean, there's some foliage or something grown, like one of those little green plants right in there. Something's still growing right there. Maybe not. I don't know. But then again, it doesn't take long for those flowers to grow, right? Okay, what's next? The carved heart. I thought that was weird too. The carved heart in the tree was the marker to alert Xana this was where the car and body were placed. Thus, her comment in the video at 8:40 mark in the video. What's that?
Yeah, that is the top of the bathroom.
Is it?
If you keep going forward, eventually, it shows itself. It's the top of the bathroom.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying.
If you keep going forward in the video, she's walking up the trail and everything, and you gotta remember she's walking up the trail, but she's cutting left.
Yeah,
going towards. So the barbecue area is up further.
Well, dude, is it as much in plain view sight as that is? Like, I don't see. I mean, unless this is why I'm glad that you found that, because it was kind of weird to me that whole area is marked off with caution tape. So what if they marked this area off, didn't want nobody in it because they knew this was back here? And that's why I was like, wait a minute, maybe they're onto something. And then this kind of interests me too, because I know hearts are very common thing. Hearts are normal. Like it's everywhere. It's on Minnie Mouse, but her logo for her store has the heart in the tree. Like she has a tree, and then she has her family under the tree, or like kids. It looks like kids under the tree, and then the roots into the ground, and carved into the tree is a heart. As the same freshly dug area close up is a pair of black sneakers.
I'm looking at it right now. It could be a pine cone. Like I'm seeing a bunch of pine cones laying on the ground. I'm right at that mark. I'm at 9 minutes and 3 seconds. Like I'm right on that image.
Seeing my video at 13:13. Mark 2 shell casings, as she says, there she is. Now that does look like shell casings. 100% That looks like Shoki's.
What's the time on it?
13:13 when she looks down. But then again, like it almost looks like, do you see? Okay, does everybody see these things hanging off these plants? They're like
No, yeah,
seed pods,
that's the stuff
like the
hanging off the top of
flowering.
the plant. Yeah.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
There's also a part of the
If you
vehicle.
look at if you go to the video and look at it yourself on your screen, it zoom like that comes in more clearly. Looking at it from there, you can't on that picture, you can't really tell at all. I'm
I
on the
mean,
actual video here.
like, so wait a minute. So now I see, okay, because of this picture, I see what they're talking about on this picture. But I just want to let y'all know I had to bury a few dogs on my day, and you ain't getting a body in the ground with this small of an area dug up. Like, you would have to dig straight down 8 feet, depending. I mean, maybe not 8 feet. Maybe we'll say 6 feet straight down into the ground. And you have to remember, you got to put the dirt somewhere. There's no evidence of dirt being raked up, and then you got to get the dirt back in the hole. And then you got to get all the pine needles back over the dirt. And then you got to get the plants to grow out of the dirt. Like that's a whole process right here. Like if there was a big empty spot with the ground all raked up and disturbed and dirt all over, I would say, yeah, I could see that. But and then with that being the porta potty or the bathroom, no, let's just go. I appreciate the tip, but I got to get out of that. Where did the other one go? That's our stream. I had the other one up, but then I went down a rabbit hole there. Stop sharing. Yeah, man, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to find this stuff and then get sidetracked. It's hard, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You got to, and then you got to try to look at it with an open mind too, and then prove it wrong before you move forward with trying to prove it right. That makes sense. Let me be a nice guy, which I should have been anyway. Let me look at the chat real quick. Hey, Yellow Rose, that you're in the back studio. I'll do one of those a day where I could pull you up, but not right now. Transparency. What does it say? Transparency. She is clear. She can clear her name. That's all we ask. Yes. Thank you, Jamie. That's all we ask. That's it.
That's literally all she does. Just be truthful.
Yeah.
Come out. Hey, here's my phone. Here's a message. Or let me share my screen. Yeah, here's the videos I took on my phone.
Yeah.
Just sit down and talk and have a conversation like grown adults and explain yourself. Like, it's not that hard.
No.
It's not. But you're making it extremely hard and trying to play a victim on the fact that you're being bullied or harassed, or you're trying to paint a pity party picture on yourself when all you have to do is just be completely honest about the video you took, and there you go. You shouldn't have to feel the need to go around to other YouTubers and be like, I can trust you. Here's a video I can send you. You can put that out there for me. Why, when you can do it yourself?
Dude, that's the biggest thing. Like, what is stopping her from that? Like, why in her head has she decided not to say anything? And I think part of the problem is because she knows she's already told so many lies. You know what I mean? Like, you told so many lies, so now it's time to tell the truth. And you know that you told so many lies. You don't know if you're capable of telling the truth. Like, that's all I can see. That's the only reason why I think she's doing this. Like, I don't see another reason why. Why would you not try to clear yourself? Why would you not jump? Like, she was real quick to jump on a panel to tell everybody what happened, to tell everybody what she's seen. But she is now being put in the situation where she needs to prove herself that that's all she did was she was just there looking. She was just there looking.
Yeah, but she's not even, and it just cracks me up because I've said it like 14 times now. I feel like it. You're using other YouTubers to explain your own actions that you could take. Like,
right.
it just doesn't. Why?
Well, what did this say? Texas. What's it say? Texas says nails. Oh, I don't know what that is. People are talking, having a conversation. That's good though. Y'all show each other love in the chat because I can't read some of this shit sometimes. So I appreciate y'all have your side conversations. Be respectful. But no, let's go watch this video because I'm in it a little bit now. But I know I got work tomorrow, so I gotta get in this. Let's go. Let me share the screen. It's starting off at it ain't right away. It comes. It's a couple seconds before. but
And-
I just don't want.
And fully listen to it too, because he's saying that yes, he's seen Kylie. You'll see. Like, he walked into a coffee shop a week later, seen a poster over, and said, "Oh, that's the okay. I need to go." And he goes and talks to the detectives about it. Well, if he didn't think that was her, then why would he feel the need to report it if it wasn't
I don't
her?
know.
You'll see.
Yeah, let's go. Here we go.
So we just got out of Best Buy after picking up some supplies here in Reno, Nevada. We're on our way to work that Kylie Rodney case just down the street in Truckee, California. And Nick, a longtime supporter, fan of ours.
Hey, sound is low. I was wondering if that was just me, but no, I just seen people in the chat say it.
What?
Yeah, for some reason the sound is coming through low.
All right, hold on. It might be. Let's see, settings, audio. Did you hear that? Hold on. I don't know why it would do that. That's so weird, dude. My YouTube's turned all the way up. Maybe it's my computer. Hold on. I had everything turned up. StreamYard's all the way up. This is all the way up. Let me try it again. If not, I'm going to yours. We'll see. Hold on.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm making sure I'm getting it ready here.
Yeah, that's fine. Take your time. I'm gonna try it one more time. Share screen. Oh, I know why. My fault. I bet you I didn't have system audio and it was picking up my headphones. Let's see.
Possibly has some information
There you
in
go.
regards to the Kylie Rodney case. So why don't you explain a little bit about California? And Nick, a longtime supporter, fan of
Can you make
ours,
that full screen?
appreciate you for coming up to us. Possibly has some information in regards to the Kylie Rodney case. So why don't you explain a little bit about what you
Just
may
click
have
hide on it, and it'll hide that
My
little
name's
thing.
Nick. I work at an emergency roadside assistance program. I got a call up
My bad. I was gonna try to move this thing, make it a little bit easier for everybody to pay
Mhm.
attention and read it.
in Truckee, Boca, for a battery call. So pretty much that means that the vehicle can't start. So I went en route up there, found the vehicle. At the time, I didn't realize that this was a situation until later on. But
Let me stop you right there.
Yeah.
You said you went to Boca.
yes, sir.
So over near Boca Lake.
Yes, sir.
So not Prosser Lake, Prosser Creek Lake.
It's right by Crosser Creek.
Yeah, so just north. So you went to Boca.
At first, when I went there, I realized after my test that everything was working great on the vehicle. At that point in time, I did notice that she was very hesitant and very skeptical on everything that was going on. She was asking me really weird questions, in the sense of, how do you put on your seatbelt correctly? And okay, and then she asked me to show her on how to connect it.
I think I know what that is. I think I know why she's asking that. I think she was just trying to create conversation to keep the attention where she was. That makes sense.
Well, I was talking with my wife earlier and everything. That's definitely somebody who is how your seatbelt works and all that. She's asking for help quietly.
Oh yeah, dude. I never thought of that.
She's
It's
asking for,
hold on.
look at me, look at this situation. That's somebody that's doing that.
Hold on real quick. I want to see if there's another meaning to that. Because there's a bar one or something where something about, can you call me? I forget what you have to say. You say something. It doesn't have any, nothing pops up. Man, I'm gonna have to look that up later on. But that's kind of interesting, dude, because you could be right. What if she's saying this in hopes that this dude understands it and calls somebody because she can't say nothing because she's with the
And her
person
phone's
that's-
dead. And the only way she can get a hold of anybody was using his phone, whoever she was with. And this is if it actually is Kylie. But from this interview and this standpoint,
It would make
he
more
said
sense.
this is Kylie. This
Right.
guy is stating that was Kylie because
Right.
he seen the poster in a coffee shop. You'll hear it later on. he seen the poster in the coffee shop a week later and seen that it was a huge ordeal and immediately contacted detectives and started cooperating with them. So if that's the case, she was not last seen at the party. She was last seen at 11 a.m. by Boca Lake with another person.
Yes. In her car with a dead battery. You know how hard it is to kill a battery? Like, what do they do? Why was the battery dead? Were they sitting in the car with the car on with the battery? I mean, it's not
that's
super
the other
hard.
thing you'll hear in this interview is that when he checked it out and everything worked fine.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, what were they doing? Were they sitting in the car arguing with the car on without it running? What was going on? All right, let's keep going. Should I run it back a couple seconds? Yeah. That was probably
When I went there, I realized that. But
let me stop you right there. Yeah. You said you went to Boca.
Yes, sir.
So over near Boca Lake.
Yes, sir.
So not Prosser Lake, Prosser Creek Lake.
It's right by Prosser Creek.
Yeah, so just north. So you went to Boca.
At first, when I went there, I realized after my test that everything was working great on the vehicle. At that point in time, I did notice that like she was very hesitant and very skeptical on everything that was going on. She was asking me really weird questions, like in the sense of, how do you put on your seatbelt correctly? And like, okay. And she asked me to show her on how to connect it to like her actual belt. After that, she was stating on how she was there all night and she couldn't get her vehicle started due to the fact that now we both realized it was in neutral. She was wearing a sweatshirt, so it looked like she has been there for quite a while.
What color was the sweatshirt?
It was a gray sweatshirt.
Gray sweatshirt.
It wasn't dead then. That's what he said that for. The car wasn't dead. The car was in neutral, and you couldn't start it because it was in neutral. So that's so weird, man. With all those mountains and hills, do you mean to tell me that the car wasn't rolling?
Well, where they were at it's flat. I like I said, I marked it on my map, but I also pulled it up on Google Earth. I mean, it's
yeah, dude. But
right
check
there.
this out. Check this out. Hold on. You mean to tell me this dude opened up the hood, leaned on the hood to check everything out? If the car is in neutral and you lean on the front of it, it's gonna move a little bit. I would think it starts rolling almost on you at that point. Like, I don't know.
Okay, so think about it though, because even in park, you can nudge the vehicle; it'll move a little bit too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right. You'd have to put some solid momentum in it. Yeah, you're right. All right, let's keep going.
Was it dark gray or light gray?
It was light gray.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, there was a guy there that was with her at time being. He was wearing a black San Francisco flat top ball cap facing forwards, brown hair that's sticking out just a little bit on the sides. It was kind of like they were both kind of at unease is what it looked like for me, like as if either they had a crazy night or a crazy day or there's something going on I couldn't know, and at the time I didn't realize what was going on. But other than that, he was a thinner built guy is the best way I could put it, with a bro tank, and it was white bro tank. I
love how he says a bro tank. Like, bro, what? A bro tank? It sounds like he's from Jersey Shore, baby.
He had some freckles on his face, or maybe it was like acne or whatnot, but it was on both sides of his face. He was also a little bit like shorter than me, so I'm 6'3".
In hindsight, you're realizing all of this. When do you think that this took place? Was it before, during the day, after she disappeared?
To be honest with you, it's either right after she disappeared or right before she disappeared. But it was around noonish, like 11 o'clock in the morning when I got out to her. During that period of time, after the period, I told her that I was going to leave, and I hope you have a great day. Vehicle, I told her to keep it running for a couple of hours.
Wait a minute. I know there's an ad. Dang it.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And when I hear that,
yo, he said he had to correct himself because he said I told her after the fact, actually during the fact. Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, make sure everything is working.
In hindsight, you're realizing all of this. When do you think that this took place? Was it before, during the day, after she disappeared?
To be honest with you, it's either right after she disappeared or right before she disappeared.
Okay.
But it was around noonish, like 11 o'clock in the morning when I got out to her. During that period of time, after the period, I told her that I was going to leave, and I hope you have a great day. Vehicle, I told her to keep it running for a couple of hours to obviously make sure everything's working good on the vehicle.
Yeah, I heard that.
Lying. He's lying. He just
During
lied.
that period of time, after that period of time, So is it during the period of time or after the period of time?
No,
That's
hold on. No. He just lied because hold on. Wait a minute. I got us. There's super chats in here, and I didn't even want to put that on again, but they're in there, and I don't want to let them ride. But I do want to point this out. He just said that they started the vehicle and they realized that it was in neutral. Then he said when she was about to leave, he told her to keep the car running for a few hours to keep the. Wait a minute. If you just debunk the fact that there was nothing wrong with it and the electrical system was okay, the battery actually wasn't dead, it didn't start because it was in neutral. Automatic cars will start in neutral. So, and why would you tell somebody to charge the battery for a few hours, keeping it running, if it was in neutral and that's why it wouldn't start? I'm kind of confused on it. This person says it too. Automatic vehicles will absolutely start neutral. They will not start in drive gear. The car was in reverse or drive. So this person says, howdy, Kurt. Great job tonight. Has anyone talked about the rear seat belt sticking out of the back hatch in the AWP video? Keep up the good work, bro. Hold on, let me do these other ones. Then I'm going back to that video. If there's super chats in here, I'll go through at the end and check them out, man. I appreciate y'all, but you ain't really got to do that. I prefer you not to do that. Tonight, before I go to bed, I'm finding out how to turn that shit off and how to slow the chat down. Hold on. One more, I think. Yeah. I thought I confused Kylie for Nate or Kate, which makes sense why they were so nervous circling the car. 2 other people said that they saw her in Boca the next day as well. Yeah. So if all these people are seeing her in Boca, and then this person said Ellie didn't put Kylie's last known as 11 p.m. because they know it isn't her in the tow truck video. It was someone, Kate, dressed as Kylie, and they were asking weird questions to keep the guy away from the back. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that because somebody else said that her shirt was found. Well, that would make even more of an understanding. So you have to remember that during the time that this is happening is what, like the 7th or the 8th? When this dude's talking about this, the next day she was missing the 6th, right? She went missing the night that morning.
She went missing. It was the 5th going into the 6th. So Friday going into the Saturday.
And supposedly they found a shirt from what I read at the campground, right? That's where everybody's saying the shirt was found. And that her body was shirtless when they recovered her. I don't know. That's what I heard, speculation, whatever. But that even more makes me wonder what the hell Xana was doing at the park. Like, I hate to go back to that, but it's like, damn, she was at the campground. She wasn't at anywhere else. She was at the campground. And she was in a weird spot of the campground down by the water. Like, I don't know, man. I hate to keep going back to that, but it's like, I can't. Who else was at the park? Who else didn't want to know they were at the park? You got to sign that paper to prove that you were there. So later on during an investigation, they can look back and say, were any of our suspects at the park looking for her? Oh, yeah, here's one. That's why they do a sign-up sheet. They don't let anybody just come walking through the park because then it just invites the person that could possibly have done it to go in there undocumented and alter the crime scene. Like, come on, man.
Well, this whole tracker app, from what this Brittany girl is showing on her show, it's showing a bunch of other people there. But yeah, I mean, like I said, she's blocked out all names from where it came from. So how true do we know that to be? I mean, we can't even have the source of that come on and prove that, yeah, this is real.
And I see that nature, babe. I agree with you, actually. I think you're right. I think that this dude was doing his job and he said, hey, look, I don't know why your car wouldn't start. Maybe it's neutral. Maybe you got a parasitic drain and is draining your battery. I don't know, but just to be safe, leave it running for a little bit and then head on down the road, leave it running for a little bit and make sure you get it checked out by a certified mechanic. I'm sure. And I believe this dude. I think that this dude in this interview, the reason he seems kind of standoffish or a little shady is because he was told not to say everything. So they already had a conversation. This is what I feel like. They already had a conversation. Him and Doug went back and forth. Doug's like, yo, are you for real? And they proved everything he's saying. And the guy's like, Doug's like, look, bro, I got to interview you, but you cannot say all of this. You have to be really careful. What do you want me to say? He kind of guided him through the interview for this portion of the video. And then their other video, he probably tells everything that he's seen, that he knows, that he thinks, whatever. So I think that's why this guy seems a little bit, shady.
But still,
that makes sense.
is there? Please provide anybody. Do you have a solid article with proof that says the footage was reviewed by Placer County Sheriff on this guy's work van, and it was in fact not Kylie and whoever the other person was? Is there any proof out there that states that? Is there any statement out there that says that?
Yeah, I believe it. I ain't trying to knock the man's credibility. The dude is legitimate. What's up, babe? Oh, no, the dude, my dog was trying to come hang out with us. No, but the dude's legitimate or creditable. I agree with that 110%. I was just saying, I feel like the only reason people are questioning his credibility is because he does know more than he said for just that portion of the interview. Let me make that clear. He knows more than he said just for that interview, because they have to release the video and they weren't trying to drive the investigation a different direction if that's not what it was meant to do. So I don't understand that completely either, because if you're there and you're just trying to show facts, you would think you would just show facts regardless of what anybody was going to think. And hey, that's I can't knock them for that. That's their own, why they're doing it, they have a reason. And for anybody that's arguing it, I don't know why. All right, let's go back to this now though. Let's see. Share system audio, share, back. Full screen.
At that point in time, then I left, and then a week later is when I saw at a coffee shop that she was gone.
You saw this on a flyer or something?
Yeah.
So pause that.
And everything spiraled out of control, and I got in contact
Kurt.
with the detective and tried to do
Pause that
everything
real
I
quick.
could, and
Yeah.
So right there, he's admitting that he's showing 100% positivity that was her. He's seen her photo in the coffee shop. That's her. He's 100% about that was her. Okay, so
yeah,
that was 100% positively her. That should be part of the case, right? Like, we should see video of this whole encounter,
right?
And her last known location should be changed.
I
So
agree.
is this guy? So AWP says this guy's reliable. I'm not, and don't anybody take this out of context or nothing. AWP, I've been a fan of theirs for years. They're 100% honest. They're really good people. Okay. They say he's reliable, then he's reliable. But with them saying that, that means what he's saying is 100% truthful. That was in fact Kylie. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Well, I think that's why they said it, because I think they want all of us to understand that they're doing this way because they don't really have another choice, but they can't tell us why, if that makes sense. And like, they're talking without talking. Like, they're saying, look, this dude's creditable. Everything he's saying is factual. Listen carefully. And I think if you remember, Doug even said, if you really listen to the guy's voice and what he says and how he says it, you can figure it out for yourself. And he says that. He says, just listen to what he's talking about and you can figure it out. So let's hear that again.
Got in contact with the detective and tried to do everything I could, and yeah, and then I saw you guys.
Now we know we probably have a tie to Boca, which was already on my radar. Do you know who placed the call to your roadside company?
So I can't get details. Calls don't go through me; they go through
dispatch. So you don't have. So when you were digitally dispatched, did you call them to say you were coming, or you just showed up?
I did call, and nothing went through. It went straight to voicemail. Yeah.
Do you know if she had a phone on her at the time?
She did state that her phone was dead, so she used whatever guy, whoever this was, she used his phone. So that's how she did get in contact.
And what was, you mentioned, like, she was asking funny questions and acting weird.
Granted, I at the time I didn't realize again that.
Yeah. I mean, I've been in the towing industry my whole life, so you see a lot of crazy stuff, a lot of weird stuff, and it's actually pretty normal. So I can see why at the time it's just a normal call.
She kept on going over that, like, how do you and like, you know, secure your seatbelt that like firmly and like do it correctly. And that's
when she was asking this, was the guy that she was with right there too, or
on the opposite side of the car,
so he could hear the conversation as well?
every single time the guy would come over to us, she would go on to the other side, and it was just like a back and forth, like a tag team, better to say. Like one person would come over, she wouldn't stay near him, and then it would go vice versa. Or if we were at the front of the car going about the battery and talking about the battery, he was always on one side, she was on another. They were never close to each other.
She was uncomfortable.
Right.
Yeah. Because that screams awkwardness and someone being uncomfortable. And when in that scenario, if he was there with her, he should have been right next to her. If not dealing with you the entire time, and not her. Did she seem high or intoxicated, or?
I thought that maybe she was either hungover or just had a really rough day. She looked distressed.
Can you show me on the map where you saw her?
Absolutely.
All right, so we're here in Reno. Let's go down to Truckee. There's Prosser, there's Boca. Just drop a pin on the road exactly where you saw her.
We're at the right place, right?
Check your Instagram message from Perplexed. It's about this video.
Follow this road down. I think that is the turnout right there. Yeah, this is it. And so right there, how she was coming out this way,
So
and
her front end was facing 894.
Yeah.
All right. And did you leave before her, or did she leave before you?
I left before her.
Was there anybody else around?
There was people far back here, yes, but not near her, no.
Did you notice anything in particular in her car at all?
I mean,
Stuff,
besides perfume bottles and like, yeah, actually there was a perfume bottle that was in the center console, and that was all that I recall, to be honest.
Did she have anything on her keys at all?
I don't remember.
Did you say that you guys have cameras that could possibly get some sort of facial recognition on?
Yeah, so we do indeed. We have cameras facing front and rear of our vehicles, as well as that we do have like audio, so we can pick up audio from inside and outside of the truck. So we did have that, and I'm guaranteed, I mean, my vehicle is facing directly towards hers, so and that's how I normally do it for my protection.
What's the window you're giving us of when this happened?
Either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, I believe. Because the weekends I usually cover Truckee, so, and that Friday I also worked in Truckee.
Perplex, if you send me something to my Instagram, send a SOS or something so I could find this damn chat. Hey, if anybody, I'm sorry for pausing it right there, but I was getting kind of distracted. If anybody's got anything for me to look at, man, I can't look at it during the live. Sometimes I'll try, but it's really hard to try to keep y'all entertained and look at something and try to find out if it's real, fake, or if you know what I mean? I got to be careful. So send it to me. Perplex, if you sent me something, send me an SOS, because you said it pertains to what I'm looking at here. I want to see what it is. All right.
Truckee, so yeah.
If you were to make a bet on what day it was, what would you say?
I mean, when I was looking back under my GPS, under my phone of where I've been, I was there both Saturday and Sunday, farther into Boca.
Everything you just heard unfolded right here where I'm standing. Talking about where Nick described him parking his service van. When he pulled up to give the battery service to Kylie, he parked his van right here, facing that direction. Her vehicle was parked right over here, facing 894.
You moved, you're dead!
Man, I got to get YouTube Premium. I just got this StreamYard stuff. Next is YouTube. Fuck.
That way, we're going outside of what we would normally do, because we're normally working cold cases that have hardly had any resources whatsoever applied to them. This case has had over 10,000 man hours over the last 2 weeks placed in at Prosser. I'm confident in what has been done at Prosser. It doesn't mean I'm not going to check it. It just means that I'm not going to start there. We're going to make the most of our time by starting where we know not that much work was put into.
Hey, did you hear that? Okay, there's a super chat in there that says the black tank top that was found by Boca turned out to be a bodysuit, not a tank top. Yo, that's kind of creepy. And that's what she had on. Huh.
Okay, is there pictures of that, images of that?
I don't know. Team Kill Shot, you got one, man? You got pictures of that? Something? You don't have to
Some
put it
type
in-
of proof that that's what that is, or something?
Let me go
Something
back
of
to
that.
Yeah, let me go back to it real quick and see what he says, because that's kind of interesting, dude. That means his name is Team Killshot. Let me find the super chat if it's still there. I don't think it is. It was probably a while ago. He might not even be in here anymore. But that's crucial, because if that was a bodysuit, that's kind of scary, dude. Because that means probably right after this dude seen this girl, she probably was still in Boca. And if her bodysuit's off of her, that's sad, man. What was she? Zav girl has the picture. Can somebody, Perplex, will you send me that? Will you send me that picture? I don't know, man. I find it hard to believe that they found a black body. I mean, I don't know. The way that this case is going, it wouldn't surprise me that they found a black bodysuit and told nobody about it, but I didn't see anything. You find anything on it? Did you look, Dylan, at all?
No, I
There's
haven't.
not much to search for that. Like black bodysuit found of Kylie Rodney. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Let's go back to this though. Let's go back to this video. I don't know, man. This whole case is so fishy, dude. Like everything just doesn't make sense. People, there's so much different information out there. There's so many different tips. Somebody says if the phone was dead and they had a charger, how does that make sense? And I agree. But then like thinking what this guy's saying, what if, I mean, that's the end of the interview, right? There ain't nothing left after that. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
it just goes on. Yeah, that's the end of the
So
interview
what did
right
he
there.
say right at the end? I want to hear that again, because what I'm saying is what he's saying would make sense to her phone being dead. It would make sense of why her phone was dead. Her phone was actually shut off at the shoreline, taken from her, and then. But who called these tow truck repair companies? Does anybody know
She
that?
did.
From
She
her
called.
phone.
He says she called from his phone.
That doesn't make any sense. Well, it
I mean,
does, because
her phone was dead, so she had to use his phone.
well, with AAA, you have to be the person that's
It's her
AAA.
car.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So at that point, he might have not had a choice. Whose phone was that? Man, I wish we knew what phone number that was. Man, I wish we knew that phone number.
No, that's the thing. That whole incident, I mean, even though, I mean, this guy's, saying that it is, he's identifying that it was her.
Right.
And everything, nothing's been released from it, though.
But what I'm saying is they have to know that phone number, right? Yes, of course.
He said it goes through a dispatch. It doesn't go directly to him, but he did have the phone number because he was able to try and call her when he was going there, and her phone was dead. So hold on. Whoa. Hold on.
Yeah.
So so did he try calling? If she didn't call from her phone,
right. So I'm so confused about how did she get a hold of this dude? How did she get a hold of him? And then he got a hold of her?
Hold on.
I mean, it makes sense if you're not trying to tell the source, though. That's what my point is. That's what I keep saying, is if you're not trying to understand, if you don't want nobody to figure out what they're talking about, then you would have to say that. You couldn't say she gave me a different phone number and this is the number I called. Or she called from this number. I don't know. I don't even know why. It's weird. But you would think law enforcement has that number. And if there was any credibility to this, why haven't law enforcement released something stating that Kylie, like you said, she was last seen in Boca by this guy, the repair dude, and that doesn't make sense why they wouldn't come out and say something. I know it's an active investigation, but that's why you need to know that she was seen at Boca last, not Prosser Creek.
That's my whole point to that, is that, I mean, and I'm seeing the comments of, Kylie looks like Kate. Kate looks like Kylie. couldn't be, 100% sure, this and that. Okay, I got 2 pictures of Kate and Kylie, and they look nothing alike, and I can identify both of them.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up. You got it up?
Those 2 look alike?
No, not at all.
Those 2 look alike. Really? Really, you're gonna sit here and freaking say in the comments and everything, Kate looks like Kylie. Kylie looks like Kate. He was mistaken in identity. Really? If you didn't know both of them, if you didn't know them, you wouldn't know their names, right? So you couldn't tell. But knowing their names and knowing of them, you couldn't identify these 2 out in public. You would mistakenly go up to Kate right here and be like, Kylie, you're alive? Wait, really?
I have far-fetched though that pretty much has been debunked. But what if she parked by the lake to nap, but car was in neutral and rolled in the lake? No way. No way. Why would you nap in your back hatch? Team Killshot Nerd Addict had a live 2 days ago where a woman in the panel showed where what is thought to be the shoulder is actually the snap bottom crotch. What does that mean though? Where what was thought to be the shoulder is actually a snap bottom crotch. Oh, on the jumpsuit or whatever, the bodysuit. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like if they found a bodysuit, the news would be all over that. Somebody, maybe not the news. I don't know, dude. That's why it's hard to believe this shit, because who knows what's true anymore? Who really knows?
And it's an active investigation. There's a toxicology report that we're still waiting on. The coroner's already said that it was her. We have this guy on an AWP interview saying for a fact that that was her, that he went and assisted on the side of a road, and that was at 11 a.m. He looked back on his GPS, and he was out there Saturday and Sunday. So, I mean, was she last seen at the party, or was she last seen at 11 a.m. that next day on the 6th in the morning?
The one person said, somebody just said, what does Xana do 5 hours from Grass Valley to go kayaking? So I figured out why they've been saying that. Grass Valley is where this lady that she was going to visit lived. And I agree. Why was she over there? All she had to do is say, I went over there to do this, that, or the other, but she didn't. So I don't know, man. I couldn't tell you. I don't answer.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. So how long, does anybody know how long this sign-up sheet process was to volunteer?
Yeah.
Like, you could just go there any day and it was set out there? Like, that's one thing I want to know.
I don't know.
Before I say anything else, that's one thing I want to know. If anybody can find any other information on how long people were able to come out there and go up this sign-up board and sign up. Because I'm not going to say any more information.
Barb says, what if they got mixed up with Sammy because the length of the hair, blah, 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 blah. I don't know, man. It's very possible, I guess. But at the same time, I don't know all these different people, like from the surveillance to the guy that's seen her. How does everybody think it's Kylie and not Sammy? I don't know. It's hard for me to, I don't know. And then this guy says that watched the live. The lady who found the suit is on his panel, and she states the cop never came and got it. Now that Team Kill Shot, that I could go down a wormhole with this one, because Dylan's gone again. Check this out. If that's true, well, not if that's true. With that theory being said, knowing the corruption that goes on in that town, yeah, I agree. That's 100% a possibility, without a doubt.
So many tabs open.
Yeah, you're good, dog. You came right back. But yeah, what do you think about that? What do you think the possibilities are that the cops are like, no, we're not following on it. We're not touching that.
I mean, no matter how much AWP respects the authorities, no matter how much authorities will sit here and claim that they are so welcomed and thank AWP for doing what they're doing. When you look at it in a professional standpoint, over like 200,000 some man hours,
Right.
flying helicopters over, and they didn't find a vehicle 55 feet from the shoreline, 14 feet down. AWP comes in 35 minutes later, first time at that spot, and finds it.
Dog,
They're gonna, that's a huge ego shot in a professional standpoint.
Facts. And I guarantee I know for a fact with the diving experience that I have, I could have found that car day one if they gave me an area to look in. Yeah, it was pretty far from the campground. That's what I will say. But I would have looked at every end of the road. If there was a road and there was an end of the road, that's where I would have looked at. So I don't know. I don't know how much I believe on that.
I mean, hey, AWP went to all the other lakes around there and cleared them all before they went to ground zero where supposedly she was last seen at. So, I mean, you know, the police said they had already searched that area and everything, and AWP's motto, and it's not, and they always say it's nothing against that, you know, the department or anything, because they stand with the police and what they do, but that's just their motto. They're going to double check it.
Hey,
so
check
that
this
they know
out.
they didn't leave any stone unturned.
Check this out. I can't believe somebody said this. I wish I could find the super chat to pin it on my screen. Hold on. Let me show you. I'm not going to turn the audio on because we don't need it. They said this guy that just described the other guy with the black hat and the hair that sticks past his ears.
Mm-hmm.
He said they look alike. That this guy is describing himself that was at the scene. It says the black SF hat described looks like that dude, hair and all. Where is his hair long? Oh,
He looks pretty
clean cut.
Yeah, clean cut.
It looks like he just got a haircut though. Kinda. Not really.
I mean, does he have an SF hat on?
No, I know. There you go.
Yeah.
He's got a curved bill, not a flat bill. So that shows the style of the hat he wears. But that could be debunked too, because I got flat bills, I got curved bills, I got overly curved bills. Yeah. I don't know, man. This is I mean, I guess, dog, if that's what you were focusing, if that's what you want to focus on, you do you, man. I'm gonna go look somewhere else because I
mean, he's going up to AWP. Hey, AWP saying he's reliable and he's
pull back the picture with Kate. Pull up your picture with Kate and the comparison of Kate.
And they're up there.
And your screen's not there no more.
Oh yeah, I hit the wrong tab. So many tabs.
Tabs on tabs on tabs. Tabs on tabs on tabs. Now look, you're right. And guess who that is? Jagger. Isn't that Jagger Boo?
Yeah, that's the day they were doing.
And just make sure the interview. Who that is. Everybody that introduce y'all to Jaggers.
SF hat, black hair,
skinny build.
And if you look, I actually noticed that 2 marks right there, the acne.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Can you zoom in at all? Zoom in on him.
They're 2 individual tabs.
Yeah,
close. Try. Yeah.
No, just close Kylie's picture out and below that, and just put that one on your screen. Yeah, there you go.
They say,
why is Kate's shirt so dirty, Kurt? That's what I got. Why is Kate's shirt so dirty, Kurt? That's hard to say. Try to say that 5 times fast. Well, she's going to tell you that she was out roaming the woods looking under the pine cones and the pine needles for Kylie's car. That's probably what she'll tell you.
I mean, let me do this.
Yeah. But really, you should have found one with her hair up or her hair down. Like Kate. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Way different. Look at that nose.
Whether the hair is up or down, you're looking at the face, not just the hair.
I hate to knock on somebody's looks, but look at that snoz on freaking Kate.
I mean,
you ain't missing that thing. Somebody else has to pick that thing for her. Wow. No, I'm just kidding. I hate to knock on her like that. But for real, they don't look alike. If you're standing in a bar and you're a dude and you're looking over here at her and you're looking over there at her, well, come on, you're gonna tell me they look alike? No. Some probably would though. I don't know, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like, These kids can't be this smart. They had to have fucked up somewhere. But that is a good point. Somebody pointed out that shirt. I didn't notice how dirty her shirt was because I've seen that picture before, but it was so early on in the investigation that I don't know, man. What do you think? Why do you think, if you had to speculate on why her shirt was that dirty, what would you think it is?
It looks like it's actually, I mean, a part of the shirt, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she just wears a dirty shirt. I don't know. I can't even speculate on that.
Hey, check this out. Do you think the necklace that Kate has on is the same necklace that Kylie has on? Do they look? See that big gold chain?
Mhm.
Does that look like the same rope chain on her neck? It's hard to tell because the pictures are at a different distance. It looks like.
Yeah, that's as far as I can go on it. But
No, I mean, I feel like that picture that was taken of Kylie, the person was closer than to Kate.
mm-hmm.
So that chain, because that's a chain everybody's so worried about. Where's this chain at? Where's this chain at? Everybody wants to know. And then
which
the big gold one that looks like a men's
so
chain.
it's all attached. So this is all one necklace here.
Really?
Is that? I mean, it looks like it. I don't know. Or is it the gold chain that they're talking about?
I was told based off of the beginning, like I was not told, but I was informed that it's that big, thick gold chain. And that's why they were like, you know how hard that would be to find in a pawn shop, how similar everybody's necklace is. So I think that is just, I think it's, I don't know. Now they say that, those look like individual necklaces, but then see the little clasp.
Like right here, it looks like it's attached.
Yeah. Well, maybe she attached it. You know what I mean?
It could have.
Cindy says that is Sammy. It's all Sammy.
It's all Sammy.
It looks like she was rolling around in the grass. Kurt, bring your wifey on panel. We need her too. Oh, she's in bed. Wifey's right on the other side of this door right here, and she's been yelling at me, check your Instagram, check this, check that. And
I've heard her in the background.
I know, and I'm like, babe, I know I want to. There, she's poking her head in. There she is. Hi. So yeah, but no, I want to check all that shit all the time, dude. If I could go through, dude, the other day I think I looked and it was like 25,000 comments in the live. How does anybody expect me to go to work, live my life, cook dinner, eat dinner, wash my ass, and investigate a crime when I got to go through 25,000 comments on one video? It's hard, man. I wish there was a better way to do that. I wish there was a database, dog. I really do. You know what would be cool? I'm kind of off topic, but it is kind of a cool idea. I wish that somebody with good computer knowledge could build a database for a true crime community. And what happens is keywords. The database goes off a keyword. So let's say you want to submit a tip about Kylie, and you put this girl, Sammy, did this, and that at Boca, this, and that. Then that program will take that comment under the Kylie portion of whatever they're commenting on, and it will filter it into Sammy, Boca, and it will put it in a category. So then when you want to look at something like this and you want to investigate based off of tips from the community, you can pull this server up. You can click, okay, your search point right now, I'm focused on Sammy and Boca. So you click Sammy, Boca, you select those two whatever filters, and it will give you every comment and every tip that has Sammy and Boca involvement in it. That would be dope, man. I think that would eliminate a lot of this, or like, and then so people could fact check them too. So like, say you know that Sammy wasn't involved or she wasn't over there, and you got knowledge and how to prove it, you put it in there, and then it will kind of filter out anything that talks about that. So like that car, saying that car is at the campground. Well, we just proved it was a bathroom. So then if somebody ever does that again, it doesn't put it in a category that it's true. It could be debunked, or they're listed debunked, possible, very possible, probable. And you would have a whole server that you could just base off of what the public has commented on. Because a lot of you guys, like some of you come in early on and you're here the whole time, but then others just get on at the ass end, and people are sending me like, yo, they found Kylie. I'm like, what do you mean they found Kylie? Oh, I just seen they got a news clip. They were pulling her car out of the water last night or yesterday morning. And I'm like, bro, they found her car a long time ago.
Yeah, I watched that live when the helicopters were flying over it and everything.
Yeah. Slowing down your chat will regulate comments better. I agree, Ben. Ben, I agree. And if anybody knows how to turn the slow-mo on, let me know, because I don't know. I can't find it. I've looked everywhere. I went in the chat, checked the chat out. I've been going in here, going in the studio on my computer, and nothing gives me the option. When I set it up, it doesn't give me the option. Perplex probably knows. Perplex probably knows for sure. I'm sure her chat ain't 10,000 miles an hour. Perplex, you've been sending me all this other information. Tell me how to slow my damn chat down. I'm not going to be on here much longer anyway, but I need it for future reference. So I don't know, man. I think with what, hold on, let me get this off the screen before I elaborate on what I'm about to say. Cause I think, this is what I think. I think with what we see, what we have uncovered just in the past couple of days, that definitely Sammy, Jagger, and I don't really got any other two than them. And I hate to say this again and bring her back up into it. What does anime got to do with it? Maybe nothing. Very possible that it's nothing. But now I don't get why man.
And you know what? USCCA, thin blue line. I support law enforcement, but there's some stuff here that's not being answered, and they're not following through. Even though it's an active investigation, they can still put stuff out there, like, you know, her last seen location, or if that was true or not. I mean, there's just stuff that doesn't make sense here, and no news articles pressing for more information. No, law enforcement's not releasing anything new. We're still waiting on the toxicology report. There's countless of things here.
All right. Lots. And when people are telling me that the body has already been cremated, and that's scary, because if that's the case, we'll never know, dog. Well, I don't think we'll ever know.
If the body's been cremated, where'd you find that article?
I see. It wasn't an article. It was somebody was talking about it. That's what I'm saying. It's speculation that the mom was passed off the cremation remains a few days ago. I think maybe like right before her celebration of life or right after it.
Yeah, and that's where I separate right here. Is I'm trying to get the facts out, and I'm basing all the facts out from the knowledge that is placed. That what we have in front of us, the videos, the interviews, the news articles, I'm getting all facts from that. And just by someone coming in saying this and this happened, okay, where's the news article? Where'd it come from? And if you can't produce anything, well, then I'm not going to sit here and go down a rabbit hole. Like, I need some type of proof showing some type of light that it may be true.
Perplex, shout out to you, because you made me think about it. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but or if I didn't listen to what you're saying, but I think I figured it out. I think tell me if the chat slows down. Can you see the chat?
Mm-hmm. I've been watching it.
Tell me if it drops and says there's a tell me if it slowed down. It should have, because it just asked me, do you want, I put 30 seconds.
Slow mode is on.
Was that too long? Look at the connection between SF.
When you're on actual YouTube looking at it, not the StreamYard, I mean, it's still going by pretty fast. I mean, we have 2,500 people in here watching. So, I mean,
so should I have put it longer than 60 seconds? Hold on. There's a super chat up here. Let me see what it says. Tune in live control room and then create a live stream. Click edit, click customization under message delay. Yeah. As I appreciate you, man, because Perplex said you can't do it on StreamYard. You have to do it on YouTube Studio. And I'm like, oh yeah. But then I forgot on the tabs, you can click all the way through them. I was stopping on the first details tab, and I'm like, you can't edit this while it's live. I guess you can. Babe, is that slow enough? It ain't going to matter because I ain't sitting here much longer. All right. Yeah. I don't know, dude. Yeah, that's better. All right. Now I can focus on this again. Yeah. I don't know, man. Look at the connections between PISF and Rodney Pham. Weird Ellie didn't boot him upon bringing car up, but kicked AWP away. Yeah, dude. That's a fact. Like, that's a fact in my opinion, because why would you send off AWP who's been involved with a lot of recovery? I mean, the list goes on and on and on. They know how to do it.
That's
and
their
they
job.
Know how to, they know, right? Yeah, exactly. And they know how to do it properly to preserve the crime scene, to allow a thorough investigation based off of body orientation, what's in the car, what's not in the car. And when you dump the car up, you kick them out, you dump it upside down, you take it away, and then you don't look for anything that fell out of it, but you sent the people that knew how to do it away. That's shady. That's why people are like, oh, why do you think it's anything other than just an accident? Or why do you think it's corruption? Or why do you think, yo, how does that make any sense? That's like taking a master mechanic. That's like if a guy's like, I'll charge you $800 to replace your motor. He's a master mechanic. And you say, no, I'm going to do it with that hobo standing on the corner for $800. He said the same thing, but he'll do it. And then why? Are you trying to better your situation or worsen your situation? Seems like they were trying to make it harder to investigate the crime scene.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be like calling one of us and saying, hey, let's go flip this car over. Like, that doesn't make sense. And then you allow SF to stay around, so he knows pretty much everything, right? You would think.
Yeah.
And then his face is blurred out, and his son's face. Oh, I told you, I found out that had to have been the son, right?
Yeah, I was actually going to look that up. I think it was Austin is his son's name.
Yeah, Austin, whatever, friends or whatever it is. Because that dude, and that's another thing. I'm glad I even stumbled on that. Tony had that guy on. Tony had Xana on, and Tony had Sammy on. How did that dude get all those people, man? You mean to tell me? And the dude, Austin, was on his live stream before he was at Truckee, before they were there looking at it with a drone, before the car was found, before anybody did an interview down there. They were there. They were hanging out, kicking it, chilling, getting their face blurred out. Then a couple days later, guess what happens? Nope, I'm coming out. Everybody's going to see who I am. Everybody's going to know who I am. I'm a private investigator that wants the world to see me. Get out of here. Why is Anime's business this crafty place and Brazen Racing linked to the same address? And Brazen Racing received $40,000 a year for the last 2 years in PP federal government assistance. I don't know, but that very well could be linked to something completely different. It's very possible. People, I don't know how to say it without sounding like a dick. People tend to, she's shitting where she eats. I'll just say it like that. If she's not connected to this and she's doing some shady shit with another business, she's just shitting where she eats. People get greedy. People do shit that doesn't make any sense. And that's how they get caught doing something innocent that doesn't make any sense. And that's what gets them caught doing something big that they've kept quiet for a long time. I probably didn't say that right, but I just feel like even more so, that's why I want her to prove herself, because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that this lady's got a decent house from what I've seen. She's got a nice car, 2 nice cars. Looks like she's got a future. Looks like she's doing okay in life. Why this?
I mean, you're so affected by YouTube. You're innocent. The cops haven't, came to your house. You're not in question. Nothing like that. This is YouTube. I have a job. I have a wife. I have kids. I don't care what's said about me on here and the fact that I can get off here and nothing here affects my day-to-day life. Me paying my bills and doing real shit. So, I mean, you're so distraught and feel so punished that you just can't get online and show, hey, this is actually what I did.
Like, what is it going to hurt?
I mean, seriously, what?
Like the whole
You're that afraid of YouTube?
no, everybody's already being douchebags to her. Supposedly, I mean, and I'm sure they are. I'm sure they're in her messages, they're in her chat. I get it. I can't control what other people do. Nobody else control another motherfucker. It doesn't work like that. But what doesn't make sense is if you're that concerned about, you want that to stop. Well, if you don't do anything, there's a good possibility it'll stop. People will get bored with it. But if you just come out and say something, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? People are going to keep commenting and being dicks. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not losing by coming out and speaking. You're definitely not losing. If anything, you're probably going to gain respect from the real motherfuckers that aren't closing their eyes to the situation and going, why is this not making sense? Why is she not answering any questions? Why is she avoiding questions? Why is she giving runaround answers to questions? It would seal all that shit up, man. It really would. I don't know, man. I think I'm just going to keep on the traction of Sammy and Jagger and see if hopefully nobody else, like, hopefully no, I don't know. I'm not saying that Xana May is involved by any means, but I just hope that she doesn't interact back into this. Like, I hope that she doesn't come back into this theory by looking into Jagger and Sammy. I lost Dylan again. Y'all about to lose me soon. Good night, everyone. Sweet dreams. Justice Roberts. Good night, everyone. Ever consider maybe Tony pays? I'm going to go through the chat for a minute, actually. Dylan comes back. That's fine, but I want to go through the chat. Please check my Facebook Messenger. Hold on. Let me check it. Dude, listen, you have... Yeah, I am. I'm reading. I'm going through the chats and I'm checking my messenger, making sure I get everybody in here. Make sure I pin them. Jennifer Gomez. Appreciate you. Anime's business. Yeah, well, I read that one. That's the one about her business and the thrifty craft. Why are they linked? I just think she would be stupid to do all that, link all that into it, have all this going on, and then help hide a missing girl. Like, I don't know, man. I hope not. Jesus is the way. After Anime says, there she is. Voice says, help. I didn't hear that. I'll check it out, though. What else we got in here? I'm going to go through these super chats. Like I said, man, y'all don't have to do that, but I appreciate it. I'm going to try to catch up to the ones up here. I think I got them all. If I didn't pin them on the screen, I did read them. Gen G. Appreciate you, Gen G. Appreciate you, Gen G. Man, my messages are coming in. Hold on. Dylan's internet just crashed. It's all right, homie. Appreciate you coming on. Thanks for talking. Dylan couldn't say bye, but I'm sure he says, hey, have a good night, y'all. I ain't speaking for him, but he said, have a good night, y'all. Let me just respond back to him. And then I got to look. The wife's going to kill me if I don't look at what she sent. I know I got another super chat down there. Turn on the live control room. I read that one too. The wifey. What? Hold on. I got all types of stuff going on here. Somebody today told me a tip that I need to turn off my notifications, and I think they're right. Because I got messages and messages that have a message with a message on top of another message. Kylie, oh my gosh, wait a minute. Kylie Rodney was allegedly dating Nate Hambridge. William B. Hambridge is allegedly the paternal grandfather of Nate H., associated with Kylie Rodney. Hambridge is an investor and sets up IPOs for tech giants such as Google and Adobe. He is also associated with Nancy Pelosi. I keep an open mind to everything, y'all, but some things it's like, do we got any type of, how do we know that? Look at the connections between. Yeah, I read that one. I don't know, man. What did Perplex say? I just seen Perplex up there. Oh, see, look at Perplex is in there. Perplex is in there investigating. I like that. Look at Perplex. Where'd you hear that from? That's what's up. I like seeing y'all in my chat. I ain't gonna lie. It makes me happy to know that these true crime people see I ain't no bullshitter. Makes me happy. Really does. I'm just doing this for y'all, man. I'm doing this for the missing kids, the missing people. I'm a dad. I lived through some crazy shit in my life, and I told lies. I was a different person growing up, and I'm not afraid of my past. I'm sure eventually when you're in this type of environment, YouTube, content creator, people dig. So I'm sure eventually they'll find my past and they'll try to throw me under the bus. And that's okay. It made me who I am today. It did. It made me an understanding, open-minded, respectful person. It taught me that you have to respect people until you're disrespected. And if anybody was in that Brittany, whatever, Marvelous Brittany, I was trying not to raise my voice at her. I really was. But shout out to Jenna Gahn. Appreciate you, girl. $9.99. Good looking. But no, anyway, if you were in there when I was in there and I was live on her panel, I was trying to be as respectful as possible. But when she tried to say that I said that Xana had a scuba tank and a machine, an underwater dive machine, a dive assist machine, and I held that as factual, I can't have that. You have all sorts of new info. I know I got a lot of new info. There's Dylan. I'll bring Dylan up, let him talk to y'all for a minute. But yeah, no, I did not by any means think that she had a scuba dive assist after we found out that it was a kayak cart. I just want to make that clear. And it's right. Blue collar redneck, you said it. Fuck them. Where's she at? Fuck them, Kurt. You see that? We always got your back, fam. Creek Squad. Hey, and I know that. That's why I don't care. That's why I'm going to step outside my comfort zone, because I know I got people in here that look out for me, that care about me. That's what's up. Keep up the fantastic work. Sent you a super chat. Good looking, Sylvia. I think there was another one up there before. Oh, no, I got Jenna. Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm not going to stop, and I'm definitely not going to stop checking out things that are shady. But I think that my search is definitely narrowed to Sammy and Jagger.
Somewhere in that spectrum, yeah. I still believe it's a little bit bigger than
Wait a minute, look
just
at
a couple people.
Sorry for cutting you up, but look at this. Sammy claims her 1236 call is the last. Claims Kylie was still at the party, as could hear people talking in the background. So how is she still officially? Yeah, we've said that, but now I feel like that is shady to me. Well, who was the person that Perplex showed us the interview with? I can't remember the guy's name that talks.
Wait a minute, that talks?
Yeah, he talks and then Sammy talks and it's showing.
That was the Chris.
What? Yeah, Watts. Chris Watts.
Yeah, Watts.
Okay, so
he's the one who killed his wife and children and then dumped the bodies.
Yes. So somebody earlier said to me, how can you look at somebody and assume anything? And I'm like, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you judge somebody. When you look at somebody, look, I was raised differently. My mom, I had no dad, whatever. And all the father figures that would come around, the older dads in the neighborhood, the administrators at school, they always said, judge people. Make sure you judge everybody you come around, because you don't want to be around wrong people. Don't hang around wrong people. Make sure you're judging them. You're being a good judge of character if they're a good person, right? When I turned 18, that all went away. It was, don't judge anybody. Don't judge a book by its cover. You got to make sure that you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? You just been grooming me to judge the people I'm around because I was hanging around the wrong people. So now I'm deciding to judge everybody that I go around, and you shouldn't judge people. So now this video proves you got to judge a motherfucker, because that dude now looking back, knowing what we know, it showed that he's a serial killer. Why does Sammy have the same demeanor, the same facial expressions, the same everything? It is proven that you can't. Am I wrong? Am I wrong that or what do they call psychologists that study this have proven that
Psychological behavior.
Yeah, that they can look at somebody and say, this dude's crazy. This dude's a killer. Sammy claims that. What else we got? So I don't know. It's hard to not look at that, because that's super important in the sense of what if, what if she comes back to be the girl that killed her and it was some gruesome ass murder and we all go, damn, just like Chris Watts. Imagine that. Do you think they'll try to blame the dude in jail for fentanyl after the toxicology is released? It'd be an easy open. Yeah, I do. I feel like a lot of that shit is created to help this. Like drugs that are introduced that have not been around. I mean, probably all drugs. All this shit was probably introduced. They say crack was introduced to break apart families, right? In the poor black communities. That's what they say. So what is fentanyl? Could fentanyl not be used to cover shit up, to get rid of people? I mean, you don't know. It's not out of the realm of possibilities. That's for sure. I don't know, man.
You can't tell a person is a murderer by their look. I'd beg to differ on that one. Why don't you go talk to a combat veteran who's actually seen live action and tell me if they don't look like a murderer.
Not only that, dude, they train. Okay, check
like
this
when
out.
They look at you in that serious way and they're talking about what they've done, you're just looking into their eyes, not just listening, but hearing what they say. You can't sit here and tell me that you know what I mean?
No, what's crazy to me is that somebody's going to say that, because what do you think? Okay, say that you're going to be security for an event. Look, hey, go watch the movie Unbreakable with Bruce Willis and I think it was, what was Samuel L. Jackson. He literally is trained to walk around that stadium and look for people that look like they're about to do some shady shit in the stadium. Like we have the National Guard, as a matter of fact, I think that's who does it, is trained to go into high capacity events where a lot of people are gathered and to make sure that nobody looks suspicious, like they're going to blow the place up or shoot the place up. Like they're trained to notice behavior and looks in a human to identify a possible threat. So you mean to tell me that you can look at somebody and say, no, I can't tell if they're a murderer or not. Maybe you can't, maybe I can't, maybe he can't, but there are people trained to look at somebody and make judgment. That's what they're trained to do. And I think everybody in the military is trained the same way, because they're going overseas into a combat area, not knowing anybody other than their troops. So when they walk up to some people that they don't know, I'm sure there's some training involved to help them identify a threat.
Mm-hmm.
That's intel. That's what they do. They do intel. They identify threats all day long, and that's how they move throughout the communities in war. No human being should ever be considered not capable of committing the most heinous crimes against their fellow man in the right circumstances. We are all capable of killing. That is facts.
Yeah. We are all capable of it. Whether you do it with your bare hands or with some type of weapon, I mean, we're all capable of it.
Appreciate you, Skull Babe. Appreciate you. Hey, I'm just being me. I'm doing what I see, what I think makes the most sense. Thank you, everyone, for your super chats. Yeah, I am seeing all of them. I'm getting better at it. I'm definitely getting better at it. Thanks, Perplex. I appreciate you. What does this say? Why are innocent civilians killed in war then? Because you can't. Oh my gosh. Hey, Mr. Bombardier, the guy dropping the bombs out of the planes. Can you drop one right here? We'll make sure Miss Susan's out of the building before we blow up all these terrorists.
Let's see. They put they create a militarized zone, right? So this whole zone, you need to be evacuated.
Wow.
And if you're not evacuated, this is what could happen. Yep. And if you stay in that zone and, bombs start dropping and stuff like that, and even if it's not even that case and, a terrorist act or a just like Russia and Ukraine, they just go and invade, and people are there. There's a real word for it. Okay, they'll use it, and it's horrible, but it's called collateral damage, and I hate that. But I mean,
It's
that's
true.
what
It
happens in war.
Yeah, and somebody said in the chat, that's collateral damage. Oh my God, collateral damage, shaking my head. It's true. Read this first, then I want to pin that because she's right. But yeah, I think I did when I heard that. It's funny you said that because I thought the same thing. But voice comparisons are hard without being a professional at it and able to prove it. That's a lot of the issues that I see in this true crime community. How do you prove a lot of this? The only way you can prove a lot of this is to speculate and to roam around and to stumble on shit. That's it. Oh my God, collateral damage, shaking my head. That's what it is too. And sometimes the collateral damage is actually greater than the damage you wanted. Like it could be, I don't know.
I mean, do you not think military forces will look at what they're going to bomb and be like, is this going to impact? Are we going to have any collateral damage from this? Because no government wants to be plastered on, ABC News. They kill, innocent women and children. No government wants that.
Hey, this chat just made me think of something though. Pertains to the case. What if Xana May did go and Tony, both of them? What if they really did honestly go to Truckee to look around? They looked around. Tony, being in true crime for a little bit, knows the heat that you could possibly get from signing up on the sheet and being there, especially because she's new at it. He's new at it. They decide to look on their own. They run into Jagger. They run into Sammy. And they meet them. And they use Xana May to cover something up without Xana May knowing she's covering something up. Maybe they tell them, hey, she's over there in that trail. Go kayak around in that trail because we think she drove out of the back of the campground. So then that puts Xana May in the back of the campground. That puts her kayaking around the back of the campground. That puts her walking around the back of the campground. And maybe, and just maybe, I'm going to go on the limb and say, when she says there she is, maybe she's talking about Sammy. I mean, and now she's a little worried that if she says all that, it'll make her look even more guilty. I mean,
I don't know, man.
I don't either. But this person says it, or the enemy uses innocent folks. It happens all the time, man. They were roaming through the park. Sammy and them were in a spot where they shouldn't have been. Xana May says, hey, what are you guys doing over there? Oh, we're looking for this missing girl. Oh, who are you? Oh, I'm Sammy, and this is Jagger. That's her ex-boyfriend, blah, 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 blah. They start talking. That's where the interview comes in. Tony's like, there's no way that you could have done this to your best friend. Let me prove that you're innocent. Let's get you on an interview. I got a big channel, large platform. Xana May's like, yeah, I know Ickmail. I can record a video of the terrain. I can show that you didn't do anything. You know what? I could reach out to him now. Let me text him and tell him I'm going to have a video and see if he'll play it. Oh, he's live. Let me call him. Oh, I call in. Like, that is possible. It's possible.
That's a lot.
It is. It's a stretch. It's a stretch, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. I want everybody to understand that I'm not trying to say she's got to be the one that did it. I'm just saying she looks guilty.
Yeah, I mean, well, let's put it this way. I mean, it's just like the whole Tony thing with we can gangbang her. Okay. But why didn't you just pull the message up when Ryan got on there and show it? Instead, you got super defensive and deflated on the whole thing when all you had to do was pull the message back up and click on it and be like, look, it's just a simple statement. I never responded to it. Nothing. It's a spam message.
That's it.
Like,
case closed.
Yeah, exactly. And everybody could have moved on.
Nobody
but instead, you defended yourself for what reason?
Nobody would even have found the pedophile necrophilia thing that he said because they would have been like, all right, this dude's legit. Don't worry about him anymore. And they would have never combed through his videos. And he would never be in a situation. That's what I'm saying. These people, they put these pants on. They put these pants on, and until they are ready to take them off, they're wearing them. That it is what it is. There ain't no, Dude, I don't know, man. And somebody, what did I just see on here? I pinned it. What'd she say? Tonight, I noticed the thumbnail of Check It TV's video he put out a couple days ago. The thumbnail is a lantern with the DIY logo. We're going to have to elaborate.
Yeah, please do.
A lantern. I don't know if there's some meaning behind a lantern and a DIY logo. I don't know if that's true crime related, something that y'all see in true crime. I don't know. Maybe somebody can let me know, but I don't know about that. That's past my level. That's like an expertise level. I got to watch for this lady's chat because I got to know what she's talking about.
That's what I'm looking for.
I don't know, man. Something's not right. Something's off. Obviously, a little girl died, dude. That's the part I can't get over. Is like these people that are trying to credit their names and make them look like they're not guilty, right? Why? Y'all don't know these people. What are you trying to prove?
It just a lot of it is just a lot of freaking deflecting and not providing any information, like any actual facts.
I agree.
But they slander other shows.
Wait, Xan is quiet because she knows she's not guilty. Sketchy, yes. Not clearing it up because this is great promotion for her channel when it is all over. I disagree. I think it's horrible promotion for her channel because now the people, like right now, okay, if that was the case, if she came clean right now and spoke up, she's going to get more love for the people that are on the fence about her, that are not sure if she's telling the truth, that don't want to hit that subscribe button because they don't know, are they supporting a criminal or are they supporting just an ordinary person that got jammed up, wrong place, wrong time. But I feel like if she came out and like, yo, she might change my mind. I know I ain't nobody to change your mind, but I'm one to many more that may, you know what I mean? If I'm thinking that way, maybe other people might think that way and so on and so forth. I'm on the fence. Some days I think maybe not. Some days I think there ain't no way that she's not. I go back and forth. And the only person that does that is her because she gets on a panel. She starts blabbing her mouth. Nothing makes sense. And then I get back to looking at her. It's crazy because it's like the deflection you talk about. She's deflecting the attention from somewhere else back onto her.
I mean, what? So you're saying what bad publicity is good publicity or any publicity is great publicity? I mean, whether it be negative or positive, I mean, but that still brings back to the fact that she's not disclosing the information because she feels like she's being bullied.
Right.
And harassed.
But that's ass backwards because if you felt like you were getting bullied and harassed, you would think you would come out and say something to try to stop it, not just keep your mouth. But then people teach you. But then again, see, that's why I'm on the fence about it because how many times do you hear, like I have kids, and when my kid starts pissing off my other kid, and I have to get told it sometimes too, is ignore them and it'll go away, right? So maybe that's her thought process is if I just ignore this, it will go away.
Just ignore it, but you're releasing your phone footage to other channels.
Random, like, and not even go back to Ickmail's channel. Go back to, well, you can't go to Tony Dodger channel. Come over here. I'll post it all over my community page. If you're right, you're telling the motherfucking truth, and I feel like it's something to post, I'll put it up. I'll say, look, maybe she ain't guilty. I don't got no problem saying that. I want to say that. I've said it over and over and over and over and over again. I want to eliminate from her because I don't have to worry about all the bullshit kayak videos anymore and looking at that damn rat. The dog, I love dogs, but my grandmother had a Chihuahua and that thing bit the shit out of me. He chased me up on top of picnic tables. He was a bad little dog, dude. So I don't trust them things.
It's crazy.
And then somebody else had me looking up, seeing if this dog was out there sniffing out the dead body. And I'm like, I'll humor your thought for a second, but I doubt that little Chihuahua, and I know, don't underestimate the dogs because they use those dogs for bombs, drugs, everything, even Chihuahuas. But I don't think so.
McGee 2010 email is in fact true, and that we can get it.
Yeah, that email in the McGee email, that's McGee 2010. Yeah, you can send everything there. If you're really trying to get information to me, you got a better chance sending it there and me seeing it, because my email that I gave out is a personal email and I should have never done that. So now I got my bills, I got my subscription things, I got doctor shit, I got all this stuff going to this email and sticking in between a bunch of tips, and then before you know it, it's 20,000 messages in there. I don't know, man. What direction are you leaning tomorrow? Are you tomorrow when you get up? I'm going into lives, and I'm looking for lives, and I'm looking for information through Sammy. If it ain't that, I think I'm going to stay away from it for a little bit.
Well, considering I just had open like 14 tabs today and have been watching videos and everything, I'm going to do the same thing tomorrow. See if I can get anywhere else with it, any other avenue, any other possibility. But for right now, my main conclusion just for today from what I've seen is that there's information being withheld on purpose, and the last known location of Kylie is actually not confirmed.
I agree with that. I think that they know where her last location is. They're not releasing it because it will throw off what they've already tried to put out, if that makes sense. If you change the location, that changes everything, because then it doesn't matter what happened at that party. The party is no longer the spot that she went missing at. So all your information, all the time, all the effort in the beginning would be wasted. So I feel like they know, but they're not telling anybody because they don't want us to change our thought process, if that makes sense.
I mean, I could see that, and it's you change it. You go from Prosser to Boca, and Boca's where she was last seen. Toxicology hasn't came out yet. They haven't declared if it's murder or accident. They haven't declared any of that yet. So when you switch it from 12:33 was the last time she was where her phone was pinged at last time her phone pinged, and she was last seen at that party at 1 a.m. But you change it from she was actually last seen with another person, because that's a big thing right there. You're going to identify that other person she was with, and that person is going to have to answer, where'd Kylie go?
Right.
So it changes the whole narrative of trying to, okay, well, you were at this party, she was at this party, I need to know what you know. That changes that, because then it just focuses on one person.
Tremendously.
And that's the only person you're going to focus on.
Yeah,
because they were
the
last person to see her.
It changes it tremendously. Like, it changes it from we have to worry about all these people at this party. Like, you wouldn't have to worry about any pictures at the party. You wouldn't have to worry about anybody at the party. You wouldn't have to worry about, well, you would, because if she was at the party and left, who'd she leave with? But that's it. You're only looking for one person. So if you can locate that one individual and pinpoint all your concentration on that one individual, eventually you should find everybody that was involved, if anybody else, right?
Yeah, but you focus on that one individual, there's other individuals that could possibly have more information to how they got there that they wouldn't have focused on.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Hey, Blue Heel, I'm married, by the way, so.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Didn't those kids say that there are people from the Bay Area, like old adults from San Pablo, 45 minutes from Napa, any parents connected to NASA? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I think so. We're gonna go back down this rabbit hole for a second. I think that the parents, if the parents knew Xana from the ski resorts and things in that area, that would make sense, because that's why she was at the party. That's why she knew people out there. Aunt Xana was out there to kind of look out for the kids. I can see that something happened, somebody hurt somebody, and Aunt Xana was there to make sure nobody got caught. Like, I could see that. I pictured that. I ran that through my head, and I thought maybe that's Ronnie's cousins, Xana and Sammy. Like, I kind of ran it through my head that maybe those two were the ones that were speaking on what Kylie was doing. Because if you remember correctly, nobody from that party told about their experience. It was all about what they saw. It was not what they did at the party, what they were doing. It was what Kylie was doing. So it seemed like everybody that talked about that party only was watching what she was doing. And that's sketchy as fuck.
Well, are we only finding the kids? Are
Right.
the kids the only one that are coming forth
Yeah.
with information about this party? What about these so-called adults that were there? Have
Right.
police done any information or digging on who they were?
I don't know, dude. I don't know, but they should have. And the wifey's yelling at me to go to bed. So I got one more super chat left. Yeah, I should go to bed earlier, dog. I get up at like 5 a.m., about 4:45, 5 a.m., and then I work all the way till 4:30 p.m. And then I come home, take a shower, eat if I can, if I have time, and then I'm back into it. And while I'm at work, dude, I got Perplex, Zav Girl, I got all these different lives running off in the background. I'm trying to work and listen, and then I hear something, and I'm running over to try to oh, it's crazy, man. I'm sure you know the same. You probably go through the same shit.
I got PTO, so I'm off for a week right now.
Just saying, nobody knew her name before this. Oh, you're off all week? Oh yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah, I got PTO. This is my vacation time, so to say. So I work Sunday through Wednesday. I'm 5:30 p.m. or 5 p.m. to 7:30 a.m.
Damn, the night shift.
Yeah.
Night shift. Well, shit, man. I appreciate you coming up tonight. I'm gonna probably try to do this again the next couple of days, but I want to get something that I could focus on and hold. Like it's hard because you feel like you want to come into these and you have a whole bunch of information. Then when you get in here, you gotta pick and wean through shit, and then the chats throw you off. I'm working on it though. I'm working through it.
No, I mean it's just the information that we've collected so far, and I've seen so many people. I mean, shout out to Zav Girl, everybody. Yeah. I mean, seen so many people go back through videos and watching stuff, and that's great because that's investigating something, But at this point, I really think there's not a lot left to actually investigate, man.
No,
like we're kind of at a crossroads here with information. And it's really all weaning on, a toxicology report to come back, possibly, whether the police department's going to come out and say, it was a murder or accident. Like, I mean, we're really waiting on more information to be released.
I think somebody said Perplex is starting over. Restarting. I think that's what they said. If I'm wrong, I want to know that because I want to see if that's what she said. Perplex. Okay, you probably call it bullshit, but I just want to bring it to you. Because if that's the case, man, she might be onto something about trying to do that. Because maybe I go all the way back and start from the moment she got. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back tomorrow while I'm at work and I'm going to listen to the very first everything all the way from the beginning. And I'm just going to listen and I'm going to soak up everything that everybody said. And I said that before on some of the other streams. If you go back to the beginnings most of the time, you'll find a lie very easily based off of what's happened nowadays. You know what I mean? Like you'll see a lot easier. Because we didn't know what was fact and what wasn't fact when it first happened. Now we kind of know a tow truck driver seen her there, this. So now their story, let somebody start talking about a tow truck driver in Boca before the tow truck driver in Boca came out, or the roadside guy.
Yeah, I think that just go back through and look at everything. I mean, everything.
All right, hold on. She's got to read something to me. What are you reading?
Perplex said, Captain Kurt, your beautiful wife and I are so proud of you, how great you've done in this last half of this life. She's going to show you tonight how proud she is of you, LOL.
Oh my gosh. That's funny. Oh my gosh. Y'all are a trip, man. I appreciate all y'all. And thanks, man. Thanks again. Thanks again for coming by. You're more than welcome anytime, homie.
Hey, not a problem, man. And like I've said to the chat many a times, this is a YouTube channel that I shared a couple video game clips on. Okay, I'm not here for followers or subscribers. Please don't follow and subscribe me. I'm just here trying to put out facts for this case and figure out what happened.
Hey,
I went from 1 follower to 27 subscribers on here, okay?
And
And I'm
I'm
asking you not to.
Yeah, but I'm advocating for you to make a different channel, dog, because you're gifted in the way that you can navigate through. So even if you ain't doing it for subscribers, I wish there was a way to turn that shit off. Just so people could go look at some of the shit you do, though, bro. To be honest, like you put a lot of time and effort into breaking down something to build a map to show a visual of what the person did. Like people don't do that. From what I've seen, there's only a select few that do that in the true crime community. So for you to do that, even though you might not think it's something big, it might tip somebody off that has been looking for that need. You know what I'm saying? Like you got a gift in that, and maybe not this case, maybe not the next case you find, but I would at least put it in the back of your head and consider it because you got a gift with that, dog. You really do. And I'm sure
Yeah, but
that's why people are subscribing to your shit and running after you. It ain't because you're clout chasing. It ain't because you're looking for attention. It's because you're being you. And that's what's up.
I mean, I could easily turn my camera off and everything and take that picture away and all that stuff and, you know, see if that helps out. But, I mean, I'm not here for that, man.
No,
I'm not.
I know. I'm just saying, man, you're good at it. I'm just giving you some props on that, man. And I'm sure.
Because I found that, you know, with this case from the start that, you know, a 16-year-old girl just doesn't go missing from a campground like that.
Yeah.
It was completely sussed from the start.
I agree.
It just doesn't happen. And no one knows out of, you know, these 200-300 kids that were supposedly there, plus adults, like it was completely sussed from the start. And that's why I got into it because, I mean, there are so many people in this world. It's not just kids. There's so many people in this world that go missing or come up dead. And no one knows why or what happened. And families are left heartbroken. And just, it's so crazy. It's so cringe because who's going to actually try to help these people, you know, get answers. We're never going to actually know why. 100% you're never going to actually know why unless a person comes up and confesses detail for detail what happened. You're never going to know why.
You're right, Doug.
And it's sad. And I know with the way this world is, we need more good people that are looking out to do good deeds.
I seen you crack that smile when you seen Perplex's comment on the screen.
Oh my God, I didn't even see that.
No. She said, "You are an asset. We need Dylan. We need Dylan."
Well, I'm here, and I'll come on Kurt's show anytime he wants me to come on.
I appreciate you.
I've been on other shows. I've been on Zav Girl's show. You know, there at the start, I was on Tony's show and explained the freaking map and everything to him. You know, I regret that one, but
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I'm just here to help. That's all I'm here for. I'm not here for attention. I'm not here to blow up. I'm not here for any of that. I want this case to be solved, and I want to move on to another case possibly and try to get that one solved.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate that, and I respect the hell out of you for that. And I hope you have a great night, man.
Hey, you too, man. Later on.
That's it. Man, that's what's up, man. We need people like that in the world. We need the Dylans. We need the Dylans, man. Be a Dylan. Don't be a Karen. Be a Dylan. That's what's up, man. I appreciate all y'all for stopping in. It's been a great night. Y'all make sure you, let's see. Y'all make me want to start a channel. Do it. Why? Mama Bear. Come on, man. Look, it's not that hard. You have to remember one thing too. You have to remember that you're looking at a device with a bunch of typed letters from people that you don't know. You know what I mean? Accept the love and fuck the hate. Don't even worry about the haters. You're going to get them all the way, all the time. They're never going to go away. They're going to follow you around. The haters are going to show you the love that you wish your fans would show you. The haters are going to back you. The haters are going to follow you everywhere you go. That's what they're going to do, man. And we got a Zuber Jam. I started one that can bring hours, but all right, listen, I got to get out of here. Hashtag be a Dylan. Hashtag be a Dylan. Shout out to Dylan. I appreciate you. Got to weed out the hating. Perplex, what's your channel? It's Perplex QT, man. What are you talking about? What's her channel? No, I'm just kidding. Now you know. Thank you for the live, Kurt. I appreciate all y'all. Good night. Sweet dreams. Have a good day at work tomorrow. If you're in the UK, good morning, I think, right? Y'all are waking up, starting your day. Thank you, mods. Thank you, chat. Thank you, everybody, for allowing me to speak what I feel and not dogging me out too much. Hey, for real, I don't know how the chat was, but in my eyes, y'all were angels. I appreciate y'all. Maybe not. Probably a bunch of people talking shit about me, but I love y'all. Have a good night. And remember, be nice to one another.